Never thought in a million years he would leave, so yeah, it just sucks. Natchez is a talented player, and Colorado did get a couple extra picks. Taylor Hall, former Oiler, also going to Colorado, part of a three-way deal with Chicago. Edmonton Oil Kings won last night at home, 5-1 over Moose Jaw. They have Lethbridge in here tomorrow night, 6 o'clock at Rogers Place. And the Bakersfield Condors lost 3-2 in overtime. No, in a shootout. In a shootout last night to Ontario, and they are in Coachella Valley tomorrow night. Stay tuned following the game for the Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. 7.5 minutes to the face-off. This is Rogers Game Day on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
Freedom Ford is kicking off the new year with incredible savings. Save up to $16,000 on remaining 2024 models with 0% financing and huge discounts. It's the perfect time to upgrade to a brand new vehicle. Freedom Ford is making room for 2025 models, so these deals won't last long. Visit Freedom Ford today and start the new year in style. Don't miss out. Drive into 2025 with unbeatable savings before it's too late.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
You're listening to Rogers Game Night on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 CHAD, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
I think anytime you go somewhere new, there's obviously adjustments, but I've felt pretty comfortable right away. We've got a really good group in here, a lot of older guys, a lot of guys been around and been on different teams, and I think, I don't know, sometimes that maybe doesn't help, but I think in this case for us, there's some experienced guys that are good at sort of making guys feel comfortable, and I felt like that right away. So I've really enjoyed it.
All right, that's Jeff Skinner, former Sabre, bought out with 3 years left in his $9 million a year contract, as we bring aboard the Inside the Game analyst, Rob Brown, who's playing with his phone currently.
I'm picking my picks for my Tim Hortons to see who I scored tonight.
All right, there we go. They're not a sponsor.
I did not say that.
That's okay. We can give them a freebie. That's okay. Tim Horton played for Buffalo when he passed away.
That's what I was talking about.
There we go, yes. All right, let's start with Jeff Skinner.
Yes.
To this point, it has not worked out.
Nope.
It is a veteran team. It's sometimes they'd say it takes 3 months for a guy to fit in as a player. I think it's a little bit different in this day and age with, free agency and salary caps and everything. Give me your assessment on what we've seen so far from him.
Well, I think at times we've seen his ability to score. I thought last game he had a really good game when he played on the power play, had a couple of really good looks.
Yeah.
And maybe a confident Jeff Skinner puts those in the back of the net. He just came to a team where it just doesn't fit right now. He's a top 6 forward. He's a goal scorer. His game is not made for being a bottom 6 guy. And he looks, sometimes when he's out there in the bottom 6, he looks a little out of sorts because it's not who he is. I imagine the opportunities he gets tonight, he will be having his best night. This is an opportunity to play against a team that you had a ton of success with, and you want to show what you're still capable of doing.
The Edmonton Oilers are 3-2 without Connor McDavid in the lineup. The 2 losses, they outshot in the second of a back-to-back New Jersey, 31-16. New Jersey's a good team, and they outshot Washington 32-14. Leon Draisaitl has 5 goals, 11 points in those 5 games, and is +4. Tell you a little about Leon?
I'll tell you that Leon's the best player in the National Hockey League right now, having the best season. If they picked an MVP today, it would be him. The Oilers are good. They're good. They're good from top to bottom. They got good goaltending. The defense have been solid, and up front they have. The Buffalo Sabres have to play their best to compete against the Edmonton Oilers.
But they are a team that can get you.
They've got some talented players. This is a team that is badly underachieved this year. If they play to their capabilities, it's a good hockey game. But I think we heard Matthias Ekholm talk about it earlier. The Edmonton Oilers have to worry about one team. That's themselves. They are that good a hockey club that when they bring their A game, they're capable of beating anyone in the National Hockey League.
Buffalo's the youngest team in the NHL. The Oilers are the second oldest. Rob Brown with the keys to the game, brought to you by Ford, the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers, built Ford proud. Rob and Bryn Griffiths coming up in the end of the roll, first and second intermission. Cam Moon's got the call up next. It's the Edmonton Oilers and the Buffalo Sabres live from Rogers Place on Fort Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
Pizza 73, the official pizza of your Edmonton Oilers. Loyal to the oil, in Edmonton we trust. Rise into the top like a pizza crust. Got the flavors to play, yeah. Cooking on ice. Hunger happens, gotta score a slice. Let's go Oilers, each time unite. Ice District to Jasper, downtown to White. Wearing orange and blue, game on the street. Make the right call, Pizza 73. Let's go Oilers. 737373, Pizza 73.
A bedtime story by Zachary Martin Hyman.
The hockey game's over. The Zamboni sleeps soon. I lay down in comfort, legacy heating my room. Good night to you, furnace, with your hot blower running. Good night to you, air vents, keeping the warm air coming. Good night to my payments that I won't see for 1 year. Good night to my legacy. Bedtime is near.
Warm winter nights. That's how you soothe your legacy. Legacy Heating and Cooling.
Did you know that there are 9 Napa Auto Parts stores serving the greater Edmonton area and have been doing so for more than 50 years? Since Napa first opened in Edmonton, the community has grown and vehicles have changed, but you can always trust Napa Auto Parts to provide you with the expert know-how and the best vehicle parts. And if that isn't enough, every time you visit a Napa Auto Parts store when you present your AMA card, you receive an additional 10% discount on all retail parts and accessories. Visit your local Napa Auto Parts store for more offers and expert know-how. Napa Auto Parts is a proud fan of the Edmonton Oilers.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
This is Oil Country. Now, with the call of tonight's exclusive NHL broadcast, Bob Stauffer and Cam Moon on the Oilers Radio Network.
The Oilers at home, they host the Buffalo Sabres for a Saturday afternoon tilt. Good evening, or good afternoon, as it would be. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, Brendan Escott, Jack Michaels. We are the Oilers Radio Network, and our starting lineup is brought to you by Coventry Homes. Flexibility within reach. Get back in the game with customizable designs by Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers. For the Oilers up front, it'll be Adam Henrique with Zach Hyman and Jeff Skinner on defense. Darnell Nurse, Brett Kulak, Stuart Skinner, starts in goal. For the Sabres, Yuri Kulik with J.J. Paterka and Tage Thompson up front. Rasmus Dahlin and Bowen Byram on the back end. James Reimer starts in goal. Brandon Blandina and Chris Schlenker are the referees. Brandon Garlitz and Julian Fournier are on the line. So drop the puck. We're underway here at Rogers Place. The Oilers and the Sabres. The puck inside the Buffalo zone. Dahlin up the right wing. Got it out to center ice. Now Paterka will bring it in right wing across to Kulik in front to Thompson, and a big save made by Skinner just 24 seconds into this first period, and the Sabres get the first good chance.
Oh, great chance for them. The Oilers weren't, of course, they don't have Connor McDavid going, but they were caught when Darnell Nurse was in a backpedal, got stripped, and Kulik found the big man Thompson. This guy scored 40. And I'd say a little bit fortuitous that there wasn't some loose change there that the Sabres were able to capitalize on. The Oilers, by the way, gave Jeff Skinner an opportunity to start the game against his old team. Ryan McLeod back, took a bit of a headshot, missed 3 games. Krebs out against Draisaitl here.
Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner, 11 saves in that 3-2 loss versus Washington on Tuesday. Calvin Pickard had the win Thursday against the Canucks. As the puck dropped and it gets into the corner, and it's Benson on the end boards, taken out hard by Bouchard, and the puck rimmed to the right point. Power will keep it in only for a moment. Went off his stick, comes out, went back in on the offside.
Peyton Krebs found out the hard way that Mackenzie Weegar's left hand can chuck with both hands. Peyton Krebs is an annoying player. One of the rare times I called an actual pick. We're at the draft the year he got drafted, and there was somebody with Vegas, and I said to him in 2019, that was the Vancouver draft, I said,
they're going to take Krebs?
You guys are... Kelly McCrimmon running your team, you're taking Peyton Krebs here, and of course he was part of the Jack Eichel trade along with Alex Stuck.
Puck goes into the Oilers zone on the left wing boards. Podkolzin to Ekholm. Come out from behind the Edmonton net through the middle.
Very aggressive forecheck here early from Buffalo.
The left side to Draisaitl, cross ice to Arvidsson. Now right corner, Bouchard. He'll center it, and that goes right off the netminder. Reimer back to the point. It's Arvidsson, right wing to Podkolzin. On the boards to Draisaitl, out to the slot, goes off of Arvidsson, now to Ekholm. He'll get it across, it'll come back, and the shot by Draisaitl, left pad save made by Reimer, and the puck cleared out. Won't be icing. Ekholm stops in the right corner. We're a minute 20 gone here, scoreless first. Oilers hosting Buffalo. It's up against the boards inside the Edmonton zone. And it's Bouchard up the right wing, up through center to Nugent Hopkins, to Connor Brown.
Buffalo's they've come to play early here. The Oilers got to get their feet moving.
McLeod will bring it in for the Sabres. Back to Yoki Haru to the left wing point to Bryson. His shot off the stick of Stetcher. Goes to the right wing. McLeod to the point. Picked off by Janmark, and it comes out to center ice. Yoki Haru turns it up the right wing in his own end for the Sabres. To Lafferty off the right wing, off of Malenstein, and into the Edmonton Oilers zone. Rimmed up the right wing, goes to Connor Brown. Brown at center ice will dump it in. Henrique to the end boards. Trying to get it free, but Bowen Byram there through the middle finds Kulik, and Kulik up the right wing now to center ice. One hands it into the Oilers zone. Skinner will set it. Emberson. His pass goes off his stick. Dahlin's going to keep it in for Buffalo. Goes back to Henrique.
It's a very aggressive forecheck out of the gate here already for the Sabres from Lindy Ruff, who's in his second tour of duty.
Puck comes down to Reimer. He's forced to cover it up. 2 minutes and 31 seconds gone here in a scoreless first period.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. You did the Red Deer Rebels for 22 years.
I did.
You know James Reimer well.
Had a nice visit with him yesterday after practice.
Are you surprised that he's still in the league at 36?
Yeah, James Reimer is a guy, that was a good Western League goaltender, 4th-round pick in Toronto, but worked his way up. Coming out of junior, played in the ECHL, played in the American League, then caught fire with Toronto. It wasn't a surefire NHLer like, say, a Darcy Kemper or a Cam Ward that had come through. He worked hard.
That comeback for Boston in round 1 in 2013, right? Like, you just wonder what would have happened if they could have found a way to...
In Game 7.
Yeah, well, sealed the deal.
Yep. It's along the boards inside the Buffalo zone to the right wing point. Ty Emberson down low to Perry. Comes over to the left wing, gets it out to the middle, and the shot got blocked as Henrique with a one-timer. And the puck cleared out up the right wing. Thompson will shoot it in. Skinner will set it behind the net. Give it to Kulak. Jams it over to the right side. Krebs is in there for the Sabres. And Henrique gets it loose. Over to Kulak.
Look at this forecheck.
Oh, it's aggressive.
The Oilers have got to
Move it quick.
Yeah.
Krebs. Now to Benson on the left wing in the Edmonton zone to the left wing corner. Up against the boards. It'll get up near the line where Kapanen can bring it out to center ice. Now on the left wing for Skinner. Cross ice broken up by Power. We'll go to the right wing corner. We're scoreless in the first. We're 3.5 gone. Jeff Skinner up against the boards, left wing corner. Goes to the top of the circle. Pinching down was Ekholm. Could only keep it in for a moment. And the puck knocked out to center ice. Bouchard in his own end, now in the right wing corner.
Jack Quinn having a little bit of an exchange there with Matthias Ekholm.
Bouchard, ninth in defenseman, scoring with 36 points. Coming into this one this afternoon, across to Draisaitl. Draisaitl with the 8-game point streak. Over to Bouchard, up through the middle. It comes out to center. Jokiharju's pass hit Arvidsson. But now to Cousins. He'll get it across to Bryson, brings it in. Left wing to Zucker. Back to Bryson, went off his stick. To the left wing for Draisaitl, inside his own end. Now swings to the middle, got away from Zucker. Brings the puck out, up the right side, into the Buffalo zone for Arvidsson. To the right wing corner, to the point to Stetcher. Into the corner to Draisaitl, over to Arvidsson on the left. Put it through the middle, but Tuck had to go off his skate, comes up to the line, it's chopped out to center ice. Stetcher comes in on the right wing, goes to the right wing boards, on top of the circle. Puck gets knocked to the line, doesn't get out. Malenstein couldn't get it out. And Arvidsson goes to the right wing, back to the right wing point. Stetcher across to Nurse. His shot, and a glove save made by Reimer. He holds on. 4 minutes and 52 seconds gone here in a scoreless first.
Buffalo Sabres are tied for 29th in the league in goals against, 3.44. They're 30th in the league in save percentage. They're 24th in 5v5 expected goals for. They're the youngest team in the NHL at 25.7 years of age. The Oilers are the second oldest team. Only Pittsburgh's older. The Oilers have more 30-year-old players than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got more guys in their late 30s. Oilers 6 in goals for, 6 in goals against, and second in the league in 5v5 expected goals for.
He's off to the left of Reimer. Hasn't played since January 4th. Puck back to the point. Stetcher's shot, and Reimer will hold on to that. That was a 3-1 loss versus Vegas. He made 30 saves.
Edmonton's also fourth in the league in faceoffs at 52.8%, and Buffalo's at 48.2. That's 27th. We've already seen Edmonton win some draws here in the O-zone. Both Janmark and Brown looking to get off the proverbial schneid. They are in extended goalless droughts.
Darlene to Byram, up the right wing. Nugent Hopkins keeps it in. He'll get it to Brown. His shot just wide. Janmark to the left wing corner. Behind the net. He's trying to get it to Nugent Hopkins. Instead, Darlene is there. Then Nugent Hopkins is able to get it free to Janmark on the right wing boards. Top of the circle to the point. A bouncing puck. Stetcher down the right wing to Brown. Back to the line. It does come out. Oilers have to regroup. Nurse on the left wing to Matthias Janmark. Forced back to his own blue line. Turns it through the middle. Now into Buffalo territory to Stetcher in front of the net. Off a skate, just goes wide. The left wing, Darlene through the middle to Peterka. Peterka to center ice, will snap it into the Edmonton zone. Stetcher pushes it in behind the net to Emberson. Rims on the right. Pinching down with Samuelson. It's going to stay in Edmonton territory. It's up against the boards as Henry gets in there. Stetcher to Emberson. Emberson under duress through the middle to Perry. Now to Hyman. In over the line. He'll get it back to Perry. Perry's in. The shot. And a right pad save made by Reimer. Puck to the left wing corner. Corey Perry's got points in the last 2 games. Comes up to Krebs on the right side. Lost it at the Edmonton blue line. And it's Hyman again. This time down the left wing with Perry. He'll get in. He'll shoot it towards the goal. That one goes off the glass and into the right wing corner. Oilers with a couple of odd man rushes on this shift. Bryson with it in his own end for Buffalo. We're still scoreless. We're 6.5 into the first period. Center ice, Podkolzin. And that goes offside at the Buffalo blue line. We're going to take a break. Oilers and Sabres still at 0. 6 minutes, 42 seconds gone here in the first period. From Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton, it's Ford Dealers, NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across OilCountry, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Looking for top-notch dry cleaning? Riverbend Cleaners in Edmonton have been family-owned for over 40 years. They're experts in tailoring, wedding gown cleaning, and leather and suede care. From coveralls to curtains to jeans and jerseys, they do it all. Enjoy the convenience of free pickup and delivery as well as corporate discounts. Trust Riverbend Cleaners for quality service that's been a local favorite for decades. Visit them at 560 Riverbend Square or call 780-988-6685. Riverbend Cleaners, where experience meets exceptional care.
Sportsnet Plus is your ultimate destination for Oilers games. Stream more matchups than anywhere else. Spectacular! Catch Oilers action all season. Plans starting at $19.99 a month. Subscribe now at sportsnetplus.ca.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
In the first period, Oilers and Sabres scoreless. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Today's Feeding OilCountry 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's in support of Apple Schools, a leading charitable organization dedicated to transforming children's health across Canada by inspiring and empowering them to develop lifelong healthy habits. Total jackpot right now, $112,000. Neutral zone face-off. Puck goes to Bouchard. He'll shoot it into the Buffalo zone. It goes in behind the net. Now to the right corner. Arvidsson along the right wing boards. It's chopped off his stick. Bouchard keeps it in as Malenstein couldn't clear it. But it's along the right wing. Goes past Arvidsson. Now in behind the net. Byram on the inboards trying to hold off Draisaitl. Puck comes free, and it's Lafferty up the right wing. Got it to center ice. Podkolzin can bump it back to Ekholm. He'll go across to Arvidsson. 7:20 into a scoreless first. Over to Ekholm. He'll shoot it in. And it rims, goes to the left corner. Darlene will just leave it. It's in behind the net. Now floated over to Bowen Byram. Byram on the left wing. To the middle of the ice to Samuelson. The left side off the stick of Peterka. Goes into the Oilers zone. Nurse wraps it up the left side to Jeff Skinner. Now to Philp. Philp will bring the puck in. Goes to the left wing corner. Stops there. Had Peterka on him. The puck comes loose. Goes to Philp. Tried to get it through to Skinner. Goes top of the circle and kept in. Skinner's got it in the slot. He'll wait. Pass to Kapanen. Shot, and the save made by Reimer. The puck into the slot. Skinner. He'll let it go. Save made by Reimer. Puck along the left wing boards. Back to the point. Nurse. His shot, and it's deflected wide of the net. Along the right wing. Puck jammed out to center ice.
Well, right now they're saying the shots are 8-0 for Edmonton. Buffalo had one good scoring chance down low. Puck never really got to the net on the attempt.
8.5 into a scoreless first period. Brown inside his own end for Edmonton on the right wing. Now to Nurse. Nurse over center ice will flip it in just wide of the Buffalo net. Yoki Haru off the right wing glass to Zach Benson. Benson able to play it in. Kulak behind the net to Emerson. Emerson will get it out through center ice. Hit Janmark. Goes to the Buffalo line. Goes to Nugent Hopkins. His shot, and that one was blocked. Krebs is able to clear it. To Benson. Cross ice to Bryson. Now left side for Krebs. Went to take a shot, and that was blocked, or at least knocked away by Kulak. And the puck up to the right point. Yoki Haru down the right wing. His shot knocked down by Kulak. And Nugent Hopkins will loop back into his own end. The Oilers will make changes. Drop the puck off to Bouchard. Goes in behind his goal. Now out with it. 10.5 to go in a scoreless first. Comes to center off of Henrique. Darlene up the right wing. Puck dumped into Edmonton territory. Bouchard up the right side to Hyman. Now in over the Buffalo line. To the left wing point to Ekholm. To Bouchard. His shot. And that goes just wide. Comes off the end boards to the top of the circle. And Tuck will get it out to center ice. Bouchard takes it back into his own end. Will across to Ekholm. Pass through the middle at center to Henrique. Gets in over the line. Lays it to the end boards. It goes to the left wing corner. Byram got it around and just out. Bouchard. Right wing to Perry. Perry back to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard across to Ekholm. Inside the Edmonton zone. Now to Bouchard. He's in behind the net. Looping through is Draisaitl. Second in the NHL in points, first in goals. He'll get to center ice, left wing to Arvidsson, into the Sabres zone and behind the net, over the stick of Draisaitl. It goes to the right wing, back to the right wing point. Stetcher quickly across to Nurse, hit his stick, and it goes right into the Buffalo bench. We'll take a break. 9:21 to go here. Scoreless first period. The Oilers hosting the Sabres. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Real Canadian Superstore has more ways to save than any other major grocer. Check out their weekly flyer for PC Optimum offers, deals on club size, no name, and always low-priced everyday items. Visit in-store to find everything from fashion and home decor to toys and electronics. And don't forget their new Fresh Promise on produce. If your produce isn't fresh, they'll replace it and refund it. There are so many ways to save at Real Canadian Superstore. See their flyer for details.
Heard of Uline? You know, the have-it-all in-stock, ready-to-deliver shipping and industrial supply specialists. The company that does things for you that are unheard of, like keeping 41,000 items in stock in our own warehouses. With customer service reps on the line to get you what you need, when you need it, 24/7, 365, every time. Maybe you heard it here first. Want to hear more? Visit uline.ca. ULINE, your shipping and industrial supply specialists.
Proudly headquartered in OilCountry, Capital Power is delivering reliable and affordable power today while building clean power systems for tomorrow, creating the balanced energy solutions communities across Alberta and North America can depend on. Visit capitalpower.com to learn how they are powering change by changing power. Be part of their energy and join Capital Power as we all cheer on our Edmonton Oilers on their quest to win it all.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Oilers and Sabres scoreless. 9:21 to go in the first period. Face off in the Buffalo zone to the right of James Reimer. Sabres not getting credit for a shot on that first opportunity against
and that might have been the best opportunity in the game.
Probably
Well, the Oilers had the Kapanen and Jeff Skinner. Philip line had a good shift together, created some looks.
Puck rimmed on the right. Stetcher had to get by him. It comes to the line. Draisaitl keeps it in. Arvidsson behind the goal. Goes to the left wing corner with Owen Power on him. And it goes off a stick over the glass, out of play, and behind the goal.
So Owen Power, the number one pick. Going back to 2021, that was the COVID-shortened season for a lot of different levels of hockey. It's funny, I saw Mike Harrington yesterday. He's here at the Buffalo News. And I remember we really liked Dylan Gunther that year, and I guarantee that he'd be a 40-goal scorer. And he said, Bob, you're right. This guy's going to be a 40-goal scorer. Don't get me wrong. Power's a 22-minute-a-game defenseman for the Sabres.
Puck cleared out.
See, this is
penalty coming up. Interference call against the Oilers.
Yeah. Now, they're a different team on the power play when they have Jason Zucker back, and they got Jason Zucker back, but there has been plays like that allowed. I mean, the other night the Oilers got every call in the book against Vancouver, and that is a tough call against Troy Stetcher. And so Buffalo gets their first power play. Their power play is 27th in the league at 17%. The Oilers penalty kills at 75.9%, 24th in the league.
Oiler penalty kill brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
Got to win draws. And Buffalo
Zucker wins it. Shot on net and a save made by Skinner as that was just drilled on goal by Darlene.
Yeah.
We'll do that again to the right of Stuart Skinner.
Henrique's got to dig in. He's 54% this year.
And this time wins it to Emberson, right corner, rims it. Dahlin will knock it down on the left wing point.
Dahlin looked like he had a little bit of baseball or laid on.
He did. To Paterka, back to the point. Dahlin on the right wing point to Paterka. Puck goes to the middle of the ice. There's Nugent Hopkins. He'll softly play it down all the way down. Right on goal. Reimer can leave it. And Rasmus Dahlin up the right wing. 11th in defenseman scoring coming into this. In over the line on the right wing. Puck back to the point. And it'll go to Paterka's shot. That one's blocked. And that one hit Kulak and it comes out.
What happened here? We might have a
Zucker got clipped with something.
It's a high. This could be a. They could have a 5-on-3 here.
They might. Yeah, Kulak gingerly goes to the Oiler bench after blocking that shot. Oh, yeah, that was a high stick, all right. As Nurse got the stick up on Zucker.
Did they miss it?
They absolutely did.
Okay, let's drop the puck here.
Oh. Yeah, they did miss it. Okay.
Well, both teams down a player that's, Zucker's been dry, and he's been playing through an illness. He hasn't been feeling too great of late, but he's been really good for them since coming over.
He missed the last two games, but back here this afternoon. Minute 12 to go in the man advantage for Buffalo. Paterka up to the Edmonton blue line. To Benson, left wing. Pinched upon by Emberson. It goes into the corner. Janmark on the boards, but Benson can get it to the line. And Dahlin will walk to the middle, left wing to Tage Thompson. Tage Thompson shot wide of the net, around the boards, and that'll go down the ice.
I don't think Skinner picked that puck up. If that hits the net, it might have been in.
I agree. There was traffic. 7:45 to go, scoreless first period.
This guy drives their team.
Dahlin, yes. Drops it back to Tuck. Now to Kulik on the right wing to Cousins. Cousins jam it around on the left side. It comes to the point. Dahlin's got it on that left wing. To Tuck, to the middle. Dahlin shot, pad save made by Skinner, and the rebound picked up by Bouchard to go behind the net. Goes off the stick of Nurse to the left. Nurse will get it there, and he's going to lead a rush. Nurse in over the line. Throws it cross corner, and puck goes over to the left wing boards with 8 seconds left to go on the penalty to Stetcher. Scoreless here in the first period. Oilers take on the Sabres. Tuck into the Oilers zone to Power all the way across to Byram. Now 5-on-5. Buffalo 0 for 1 on the power play. Puck to the side of the Edmonton net. Emberson off the right wing boards.
Dig in.
Gets to the blue line. It's not getting out. Tuck. He'll go cross ice. Give it to McLeod. Former Oiler just left it along the boards. And it's Emberson. Up the right wing, now to Draisaitl. Gathers speed at center ice into the Buffalo zone. Down the left wing, stops. Comes up to the top of the circle to the left wing point. Ekholm couldn't get a shot through. Puck comes out. Ekholm is diving to get it away to Bouchard before Lafferty could get to it.
Lafferty can really skate. It's had a disappointing start to his time in Buffalo.
Bouchard to center ice for Draisaitl. Now to Hyman into the Sabres zone. To the right wing corner. Now around to Arvidsson. To the left wing point, Nurse. Over to Bouchard. Right wing to Draisaitl. He wanted the return pass to Bouchard. It's picked off. And it's McLeod down the left wing. McLeod waiting to the left corner. Tries to center it. And that goes just off the stick of Lafferty and off the pad of Skinner. But McLeod ran out of room. And it's in behind the Edmonton net. 5:48 going to scoreless first. Arvidsson in behind the Edmonton goal. He gets away from Paterka. He'll come out through the middle. Now Arvidsson into the Sabres zone. Perry was in a little early. That's offside against Edmonton. We'll take a break with 5:38 to go here in the scoreless first period as the Oilers host the Sabres from Rogers Place. It's for Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm proud to call myself an Albertan. You know, after years of touring this great province in my Ford F-150, I've learned the value of driving a tough, capable, smart truck. Whether you're working for the weekend or long hauling it like I am, there's an F-150 for every Albertan, with plenty of options to choose from, like available Pro Power on board. So if you're looking for a new truck, stop by your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Do you have tickets to an upcoming event at Rogers Place that you can't attend? Donate your tickets to the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation Seats for Kids program, presented by Eagle Builders. Seats for Kids provides unused game tickets for charities, allowing children and families to enjoy hockey at Rogers Place. And for many, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. To be a part of the Seats for Kids program presented by Eagle Builders, please email edmonton@kidsupfront.com. That's edmonton@kidsupfront.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Sabres scoreless with 5:38 to go in the first period. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Face-off just outside the Sabre blue line. Nugent Hopkins, Brown, and Janmark out there with Stetcher and Kulak. Kulik taking the draw for the Sabres. It goes into the Buffalo zone, and it's Byram. Cross to Power, up or to Dahlin, up the right wing. It's deflected in. Out from behind the net, up the right wing. Brett Kulak, forced back by Kulik. Now to Stetcher. Off the right wing boards to Connor Brown. Brown back into his own end. Up ice, up the left wing. Into the Sabres zone. Off the left wing boards. He'll go after it. Pokes it around to the right to Nugent Hopkins. Slides off the check. Pass to the line and off the stick of Peterka. And the puck cleared up.
Twice for Edmonton here. They got to watch what they're doing.
Goes into the Sabre zone. Now look at the left wing for Janmark.
You know the old line. There's two places you never make a back pass, right?
Home and away.
It's what the late Tommy McVie used to say.
Nurse, we get it in front of the net. The backhand by Brown goes off the glass, off the mesh, out of play. Chance there for Connor Brown. Just lifted it over the net. We get a whistle.
Tommy passed away a couple of days ago. We used to see him all the time. He was a pro scout for a number of years around the league.
Character of the game.
My experience with pro scouts is for some of those guys, that can be a lonely job. And they're never afraid to share in a conversation and shed some insight in the game. Frankly, they're a lot better guys to talk to than the media. Just kidding, man. Well, actually, not that much.
Well, maybe not that much.
Not kidding that much. It's kind of a degree of truth to that.
Draisaitl, as the puck was cleared out, Draisaitl, the nurse, inside the Oilers zone. Now to Bouchard. Through the middle to Draisaitl. Gets it into the Sabres' end on the right wing. Rolls it to the right corner. It's along the board. Podkolzin trying to dig it free. Podkolzin's the one that does dig it free. Right wing to the point, past Bouchard and down the ice.
Krebs got a bit of a headshot in there on Podkolzin. Podkolzin looked back a bit.
There's out from behind the Edmonton net, up the left wing. Gave it to Arvidsson. He'll shoot it in. Rim over to the left side. Samuelson, though, on the right to Tuck. His little bank pass. They'll get it to Zucker down the left wing. In over the line. The shot. Oh, the pad save by Skinner. He went for the poke check. Didn't get it, but got it with a left pad. Great save by Skinner. Off of Jason Zucker as the puck cleared and brought in by Bryson. Left wing to Zucker. Zucker cross ice. The shot scores. Off the right wing was Alex Tuck. And he's able to sneak it by Skinner, and it's 1-0 Buffalo.
Side-to-side play. And at times, those are the ones that have gotten Stuart Skinner. Noah Philp was in chase mode on a line change, racing back, and now he's got to have that, Cam. Got to have that.
He got across. It just got through. 16:38 or 16:28 time of that goal. Tuck gets his 16th of the year, and it's 1-0 for the Sabres. Kapanen gets the puck into the Sabre zone on the left wing. Left wing boards for Phil. Phil back to the line to Ekholm to Phil, left wing corner. He'll get it out to Kapanen, pass across, hit a stick. Here's Emerson, shot, save, rebound, scores! Jeff Skinner found the loose puck and ties the game at 1.
Well, Jeff Skinner within 5 feet of the net, and he can make plays there. He's got a good set of hands. You got to know that's sweet for him after getting bought out by the Sabres in the offseason. But Kapanen got it back to the point. Emerson's long-range bomber, and the rebound was picked up by Skinner. Tie game.
16:45, time of that one. Skinner gets his 8th. 17 seconds after the goal by Tuck, the game all tied up at 1.
It's one way for your fourth line to bounce right back after giving up a goal 17 seconds later.
It's inside the Oiler end of the left wing corner. Perry behind the net to Nurse. He'll swing up the right wing. Out to center ice on the backhand. He'll dump it in. Goes in behind the Buffalo net. Darlene off the boards, but it doesn't get out. Glove down by Kulak. Got it to the right corner. Puck gets to the slot. Perry has to take it over to the left side. Put it through the middle, but that's in behind Henrique. Peterka couldn't get it out, and it goes into the left corner. Perry's got it there. Behind the net for Henrique. Or Henrique's on the right. It's Hyman in behind the net. Hyman's going to come out to the middle. Puck goes to the middle of the ice. Thompson can clear it. Kulak, zone in. Cross ice to Nurse. We're tied at 1. 2:20 to go here in the first period. Nurse at his own blue line for Nugent Hopkins. Now to Nurse. Up the left wing to Janmark. Knocked off his stick, but right to Nurse. He can shoot it into the Buffalo zone. Reimer pokes it, but it goes to Nugent Hopkins. Oh, his shot hit Owen Power as Reimer was out of the net. Puck top of the circle. What a chance there for Nugent Hopkins. Owen Power got it with his leg. Puck shot down into the Oilers zone. It's icing against the Sabres. Unreal. Minute 50 to go in the first.
What a chance for RNH.
Reimer came out to poke it. He poked it right to Nugent Hopkins. And Owen Power, it hit him. Looks like it hit him in the ankle or in the skate.
It's a big man, 6'4" guy.
Oh, great chance there for the Oilers to take the lead. So Tuck from Zucker and Bryson, and it was Skinner from Emberson.
And Capital got an assist there, too.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yep.
Off the draw in the Sabres zone, it gets between the Oilers' defense and out. Ekholm turns in front of the Edmonton net. Snaps a pass up to Bouchard. Is that the Oiler blue line?
Oh, where's that going?
I don't know. He's looking for Draisaitl. Went off the heel of his stick. It's dumped into the Sabres zone. It's in behind the Buffalo net. And now given away to Draisaitl. His shot off the arm of Reimer. Unreal how that didn't go in. Puck on the left wing point. Ekholm to Arvidsson. Arvidsson cycles to Podkolzin, top of the circle. Cross ice to Ekholm. Now on the right to Draisaitl. We'll drop it. Podkolzin right corner. Wanted to get it to Arvidsson, but it goes to Cousins. He'll clear it out. We're into the last minute here in the first. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Sabres. Draisaitl at his own blue line. Through the middle off the stick of Jeff Skinner. Goes into the Buffalo end. Yoki Haru rims on the right to Malenstein. Puck just out to center, though. Nurse to Stetcher. Stetcher missed Philp with it. Bryson to Yoki Haru. Up the left wing to Ryan McLeod. Off the right wing boards into the Edmonton zone. That'll be icing against Buffalo with 29 seconds to go here in the first. Oilers and Sabres tied at 1. Yeah, Samuelson he wanted to get it up ice and just gave it right to Draisaitl.
He's had a tough go here at Buffalo. Bit of a tough stretch.
Reimer got the blocker arm on it, just enough of it to keep it out. Back to the left wing point, but Nurse had already vacated the zone. It comes out. Kulak on the right wing to Perry. Just got it in. It's knocked back out. Malenstein. Left wing. Wanted to get it to McLeod. Doesn't work. It's at center ice. Kulak, 8 seconds to go in the period. Across the Nurse. Went to shoot it in. Hit Malenstein. It's bouncing around and down the left wing. Hyman put it towards the net. Period comes to an end. Perry's in front of the Buffalo goal. Stirring it up a little bit, as he does.
Oh, Beck Malenstein's been former Calgary hitman. Has been in the grill of some of the Oilers players so far. Buffalo's had good energy, but Edmonton's outplayed them. Shots are 12-5 here for the Oilers, and the Sabres got the only power play in that period.
Yeah, Edmonton's had some good opportunities in this game, and it's tied at 1 after 20 minutes. As Reimer was busy in that period, the Edmonton Oilers able to score 17 seconds after the goal by Tuck. And we can head downstairs. Brendan Escott standing by with Jeff Skinner.
Well, Jeff, that goal coming at a pretty opportune time for you guys, obviously right after Buffalo had scored one. Just how good does it feel for you to get a team for your new, or get a goal for your new team against your old team?
Yeah, it's nice. It's always nice to contribute. But yeah, I think obviously shift after goal, when I get some pressure, and a shot by Emby kind of just popped right out to me.
Tell me a bit about the success you guys had in that opening frame, just holding them off the shot clock there. You guys went over half the frame without them getting onto the shot clock.
Yeah, I think just being structured, I think, in the neutral zone. They got a lot of good players, a lot of guys that have a lot of skills, so we want to try and limit their opportunities, I think, and then that allows us to spend some time in the O zone and puts a lot less stress on us.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Guys.
All right, thanks very much. Brendan Escott downstairs with Jeff Skinner. He's the goal scorer for the Edmonton Oilers. That's his 8th of the season from Ty Emberson. Alex Tuck, he had the goal for the Sabres. Zucker and Bryson pick up the assists on that. Tied at 1 after 1, the Edmonton Oilers and the Buffalo Sabres. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown, they're standing by. They've got the first intermission for you when we come back from Rogers Place. It's For Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Experience a game day meal that's second to none. Fanfare with Skip is your all-star lineup of local restaurants this hockey season. Watch Jack Michaels give you the play-by-play on each restaurant's connection to the community and our team. Visit EdmontonOilers.com/skip to watch this month's episode with Amazing Walk Restaurant. Then open your Skip app and tap in an order with exclusive fan access to a deal each game day during the month. Did somebody say Skip? Proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
It's our YEG with 880 Chad.
Get ready to hitch up for a world of excitement as the Edmonton RV Adventure Sale and Show trucks into the Expo Center February 8th through the 9th with everything you need to hit the open road. Tickets on sale now. Then breathe in, breathe out, and come together as Bush brings their Loaded, the greatest hits tour to Rogers Place, April 26th with special guests Rival Sons and Filter. Tickets at Ticketmaster.
For details on these and more events, visit 880ched.com. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Back to the line to Ekholm to Phil, left wing corner. Looking it out to Kapanen, pass across, hit a stick. Here's Emerson, shot, save, rebound, scores! Jeff Skinner found the loose puck and ties the game at 1.
That's our highlight zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, St. Albert, and right next door to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winner's Zone. Welcome to the first intermission. We're back at Rogers Place. After 20 minutes of play, we're all tied up at 1 between the Buffalo Sabres and the Edmonton Oilers. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown with you. Well, Rob, what do you think of that? That was the shots on goal indicate 12-5 for the Oilers, but the Sabres had 2 great chances. It didn't even get registered as a shot on goal. It was closer than that would look, but the Oilers really kind of look like they've got a little bit of an edge going here.
The Oilers were the better team and carried the play. And offensively, they were in the offensive zone a lot more than the Buffalo Sabres were. But the Oilers gave up 4 odd-man breaks against. They gave up 2 3-on-2s, a 3-on-1, and a breakaway. So the Oilers got caught sleeping a few times against a Buffalo team that has some talent, as we just heard Jeff Skinner talk about it, but are horrible defensively. Most of the Oilers' chances were created off of bad mistakes in the defensive zone by the Sabres. A great example is near the end of the period where Mattias Samuelsson has the puck behind the net all the time in the world. 0 forecheck, takes one step out, tries throwing it up the middle. It turns into a grade A scoring chance for Leon Draisaitl. So the Oilers had a number of good looks. But where the Oilers got sleeping, there was a shift where when Buffalo scored, first Evan Bouchard got caught watching the puck and gave up a breakaway to Zucker. Stuart Skinner makes a fantastic save. As Zucker came in, the kid scored. This guy's scored everywhere he's went, right, all by himself because Bouchard wasn't paying attention. Skinner makes a save, and then the puck comes back to Bouchard down below the goal line, and he throws it away. He throws it right up the middle to the Sabre. They come back again 3-on-2. This time the Oilers get caught and pay the price as Tuck scores on the odd man rush. First shift of the game. It's a 3-on-3. Jeff Skinner goes to the wrong man. He goes to Darnell Nurse's man, turns into a 2-on-1 backdoor Tage Thompson. Stuart Skinner, fantastic save. Ryan McLeod is a 3-on-1. A great defensive play by Darnell Nurse, laying down, not allowing the pass across, and that's one of the ones that you said they had a good look without a shot on net. The Oilers were much better than the Sabres in that period, but the Oilers did have a few big mistakes that gave the Buffalo Sabres grade A scoring chances that Stuart Skinner had to make big saves on.
Both teams making crazy drop passes, and those passes across ice, they're being gobbled up. I think we might be talking about how many odd man rushes we have in this game at the end of it, because I was surprised how many glaring errors were made in that period.
Well, most of the mistakes were made by the Sabres. The Oilers kept plays alive in the offensive zone, most of it just by pressure. They just pressured the Sabres into making mistakes, and Buffalo has some skill, but what I haven't seen through the first 20 minutes is a sound defensive commitment.
Yeah.
And the Oilers took advantage of it, and the shots are 12-5. Scoring chances would be in favor of the Oilers. The Oilers got to be careful. When they play against a team that's a little loose defensively, they tend to look for that one big break, and the Oilers gave them that 4 times in that period. So Oilers did a lot of good things. Should feel pretty good about the way they played in that opening period. They held the Sabres shotless for almost the first half of the period. But you want to be careful. There are a few players on this Sabres team that can hurt you. You can't allow them to sneak behind you.
Jeff Skinner's got to be feeling pretty good about the way things worked out for him. 17 seconds after the Sabres took the 1-0 lead, he comes back, bangs home a rebound after the Emerson point shot. But you could just see the look on his face. He was so happy to get that.
Well, for 2 reasons. One, things have not gone well so far in Edmonton for Jeff Skinner, and he's not having the season that he had hoped for. And 2, it's against his old team, and a team that he had a lot of success with the Buffalo Sabres. You always want to show your old teammates, your old coaching staff, your old management, hey, look what I can still do. So it was a very important goal for the Oilers. In a period that they were the better team, they found themselves down 1-0. And Jeff Skinner talked about it. You need a rebound shift after you give up a goal. And that was a very good shift by the 4th line of the Edmonton Oilers. Get pucks on net. And when you are 4th line players, if the puck goes to the point, you go to the net. Skinner, I think, touched the first one, a little deflection that created the big rebound off the goaltender and then made no mistake. Good for Jeff Skinner, good for the 4th line, and certainly good for the Oilers to be able to be tied after 20.
Something happened in that first period that did not happen on Thursday night. The Oilers actually had to kill off a penalty.
They did, and a couple looks for the Sabres, but the Oilers penalty killing unit is very good. They don't give a whole lot up usually. The Sabres did have a couple good opportunities. They got a couple guys that can put the puck in the net. They got defensemen that move well on the back end when you got a Dahlin or a Byram. Right. Owen Power's got a big shot. And then you got Tage Thompson, and the one thing you want to do is take away Tage Thompson's shot. He did get one opportunity. He was looking backdoor on Stuart Skinner, just misses the outside post. Problem is, when you miss the outside post, it's going all the way back to your own zone, and it was a clear for the Oilers on that one. Fairly clear. There wasn't a lot of physicality in that first period. The games like that don't tend to have a lot of power plays for or against, because it just was a loose period at times for the Sabres, but not a physical period, and I don't expect it looking at both lineups. I think this is a game that the Oilers have, if they continue to pressure the defense and the forwards in the defensive zone for the Buffalo Sabres, because they just kept turning it around. Just be tenacious, and I think we saw that in the first period. Just get your sticks in passing lanes. Just keep throwing your stick around, just waving it around, and look to deflect pucks to create havoc in the offensive zone, because the Sabres turn the puck over and over again. And when you're a team like the Sabres, and we saw the odd man breaks, that means you're flying the zone. So if you turn a puck over in the offensive zone, you're going to have numbers, because the Buffalo Sabres forwards have already left their own zone. Therefore, you should have a couple odd man breaks, and that's how the Oilers scored their goal.
You mentioned the lack of physicality. It was 7-6 Oilers out-hitting the Buffalo Sabres through that first 20. Okay, Rob, thanks. We'll talk to you coming up in the second intermission. Right now, we can tell you it's 1-1 between the Oilers and the Buffalo Sabres. We're going to take a break at the intermission. It's brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Score big with the unmatched purity of Clearwater Vodka, the perfect companion for Oilers fans. Crafted with the pristine waters of Alberta, it's a sip of local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
Bloom Benefits offers amazing coverage that...
My name is Jeff. 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 My name is Jeff.
Local excellence. Clearwater Vodka, where the spirit of the game meets true Alberta quality. Must be 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The head of the United Nurses of Alberta says information pickets and rallies were held across the province today to call attention to current negotiations between the union and the province. UNA President Heather Smith says talks are underway.
Just this week, we started formal mediation. We had one day. We have 2 more days scheduled in February, and depending on what nurses want to achieve, they will make decisions that hopefully reflect their willingness to stand behind them.
She points out today is the anniversary of the 1988 Alberta nurses strike that saw 14,000 nurses walk off the job. And speaking this morning on 880 CHED's Your Province, Your Premier, Danielle Smith continued to stand her ground when criticized about being in Washington for President Donald Trump's inauguration on Monday.
Keep in mind, people seem to forget that I'm also the Minister of Intergovernmental and International Relations. So it's my job to engage with other governments.
Smith says diplomacy with the U.S. remains important. News on demand at 880ched.com.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
MIC is a leader in medical imaging and the official medical imaging provider to the Edmonton Oilers.
Make MIC your choice. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, the game doesn't stop for injury. MIC's sports medicine imaging specialists can help you get back in the game with a timely and expert diagnosis. Go where the pros go. For a location near you, visit mic.ca.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place after 20 minutes of play. We're tied at 1 between the Buffalo Sabres and the Edmonton Oilers. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Lots of games happening today. In fact, let's talk about the ones that are going on right now as we speak. Other than this one other game has also completed one period. That's in Seattle, where the Kraken are hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. No score yet to report in that one. It's 0-0. Here's what's coming up at 5 o'clock our time. Toronto on the road in Ottawa to play the Senators. The Montreal Canadiens are at home. They'll face off against the New Jersey Devils. Dallas Stars, after a sizable victory over Vegas last night, at home travel to St. Louis. They'll play the Blues coming up at 5 o'clock. Also, it's the Detroit Red Wings on home ice to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Elsewhere, 2 other 5 o'clock starts. The LA Kings are on the road in Columbus to play the Blue Jackets, and the Calgary Flames will tangle with the Wild, that one in St. Paul, Minnesota. Coming up at 5:30 our time, it's Carolina with some new faces in their lineup to play the New York Islanders on Long Island. San Jose Sharks tonight at 8 o'clock will host the Florida Panthers. Also an 8 o'clock start in Anaheim, the Ducks take on the Predators of Nashville. And also the Vancouver Canucks on home ice at 8 o'clock, trying to bounce back from a tough one here in Edmonton against the Oilers on Thursday night. This isn't going to be easy either, because it's against the Washington Capitals out there at Rogers Arena. The afternoon matchup that is complete. The Boston Bruins 3-1 winners today over the Colorado Avalanche. In the American Hockey League, the Oilers farm team in Bakersfield are on the road tomorrow. They'll be in Coachella Valley. That's a 6 o'clock start our time. And the Edmonton Oil Kings beat Moose Jaw 5-1 last night, but they're going to be taking on the Lethbridge Hurricanes here tomorrow at 6 at Rogers Place. That's your out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The second period's coming up at the intermission is brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
The Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50-50, presented by Rogers, is back and bigger than ever. The largest 50-50 in sports offers early bird draws, bonus raffles, and a main jackpot, which is growing by the second. With over $100 million invested across OilCountry, your support directly helps kids, families, and communities in need. Maybe you'll be our next winner. Get your tickets right now at EdmontonOilers.com and help make OilCountry a better place.
AGLC license number 696879.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
Blue-collar work deserves big dollar perks. Get a heavy wallet with Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals is hiring heavy equipment technicians, maintenance supervisors, PM servicemen, maintenance coordinators, and pretty much every other position that makes Alberta go. We help move the earth that makes Alberta grow. So why not work for a company that makes your bank account grow too? Visit HeavyMetalEquipment.ca to find your new career. Heavy Metal Equipment and Rentals, helping you move the earth.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer, we are here at Rogers Place. Oilers and Sabres tied at 1. The Oilers 50-50 presented by Rogers. It's back with life-changing jackpots. Today's Feeding OilCountry 50-50 jackpot sitting at $149,000 and climbing. Our next lucky winner could be you. Get your tickets now at EdmontonOilers.com/50-50.
Thought the Oilers probably deserved a better fate than being at 1-1 after one outshot Buffalo 12-5. Probably about 6-2 in A-grade scoring opportunities. Buffalo got some blocks and some thwarts on some Oiler chances in tight.
Cooley gets it into the Oilers zone to Paterka, behind the net to Thompson, but he's all tied up by Nurse. And the puck comes up the left wing to Janmark. He'll get it out to Kulak. Has it in front of the Buffalo bench. He'll get to center and shoot it in. Rims off of Janmark, goes to Nugent Hopkins. Back to the point, to Nurse's shot, tip, save, rebound goes to the side of the net, and it's Nugent Hopkins in the left wing corner. Back to the right wing point. Brett Kulak across the line, now to Connor Brown. Has to get it to sit down. Rims it to the left corner, Nugent Hopkins. Back to the point, Kulak shot, save made by Reimer, and he covers it up. 47 seconds into the second, we're tied at 1.
Well, 2 good looks already for the Oilers, and the puck's been free and by the netminder, your old guy, the man you love, James Reimer, 3 or 4 times, and he's had a little bit of puck luck in today's game.
Yeah, he has.
Like, there's a lot of times that last sequence puck just ricochets right into the net.
Face off to the right of Reimer. Power behind the goal. Samuelson off the left wing boards and out. The neutral zone. Tuck's able to shoot it in. It goes right to Evan Bouchard. To Podkolzin across to Draisaitl. Off his stick down the ice. It'll be icing against Edmonton. Alex Tuck scoring for the Sabres. 17 seconds later, it was Jeff Skinner, the former Sabre, tying it up for Edmonton. That was in the later stages of the first period. We're early in the second. And the puck goes to the right wing point. Power shot, tipped, but wide of the Edmonton goal. Tuck off the inboards to Cousins. Cousins got it to the corner. There was Ekholm through the middle now to Podkolzin for Draisaitl.
Buffalo's worked well back to the puck cam.
Draisaitl turns it up, gets away from Cousins, weaves his way through center. Now in over the line, gives it to Arvidsson, cross-ice pass. Glances off a stick into the left wing corner to Podkolzin. Now to Arvidsson, around to the right wing point. Bouchard, right wing corner to Draisaitl. Come all the way up to the blue line with it. To Bouchard, went through his skates though.
He's got to make that play. It's right there for him.
Puck cleared, and Zucker out to center ice. Over to Cousins. Into the Oilers zone. He'll shoot it, and that's off his stick. Goes to the side of the Edmonton net, and Skinner will be able to cover it up, and we get the whistle.
Leon takes 2 players over to the far side of the ice and swings a pass across to Bouchard, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Yeah, he had a little room to go to the net.
I mean, it has to be stated that Evan Bouchard the last 3 years in the playoffs has been exceptional. Yes, he's had the privilege of playing with Matthias Ekholm, or certainly the last 2 years, but he's the 3rd highest scoring player in the league in the playoffs the last 3 years. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's got more game than we've seen so far in the regular season.
Icing against Edmonton. We'll do it again inside the Oilers.
He is playing for a contract, and when he's on his game, in terms of being an elite offensive defenseman, pretty tough to argue that, you know. I mean, Cale Makar is just simply on another level because of the skating ability. Quinn Hughes, special player this year. Zach Werenski's having a tremendous campaign. But Bush is special offensively.
Face off to the right of Skinner. It goes to the line. Yoki Haru on the right wing point. Tipped on net. Bad save made by Skinner. He's got the right pad out there at the last second on the redirection. Centered, and it goes right to Corey Perry of the Edmonton Oilers, and able to get it out. Comes back to Perry, though. He's inside the Edmonton blue line. Fires it right up the middle. And taking it on the left wing was Hyman. Couldn't get the puck in, and it's Krebs the other way. He'll drop it to Benson into the Oilers zone. Benson, top of the circle. Cycles the puck. Gave it to Quinn. Now across the one-timer, and Dahlin put it off the outside of the Oiler net.
They're clearly going for side-to-side plays on Edmonton.
Up the middle it goes to Hyman. Comes into the Buffalo end, goes to the left wing corner. Ties up with Bowen Byram. It's poked loose.
You watch this defense and you argue, how are they not better?
Puck hits the referee. It's going to stay in. Gets to the middle and unable to get a shot with Stature Skinner, and the puck comes out.
Well, Kulich did a great job working back to the puck there.
Now Nurse pokes it ahead right to the goaltender Reimer. He'll cover it up. 3:15 gone here in the second. We're tied at 1. Oilers here at Rogers Place Monday night against Seattle.
Kraken have got Pittsburgh there today. Some whispers out there about Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Possible movement? Is this what you speak of?
Potentially.
Okay. Keep our eye on that.
We'll see.
Face off to the left of Reimer. Off the draw, shot that whistles wide of the net by Skinner. And the puck into the corner. Dahlin, he got spun around. Loose puck to Philp. And Philp gets knocked down by Dahlin. Dahlin over to Byram on the left wing side in his end. Can't get it out. Kept in by Kapanen. Goes to the side of the net. Reimer's going to cover it.
Well, Dahlin's a strong man because he just turfed Noah Philp. After Philp got inside position of a 50-50 non-call there. It could have been a trip against the Sabres defenseman. Would have seen Philp go to the box. Instead, got back up and dropped his shoulder and knocked Noah on his butt. If you're buying a clue here, Cam, you can tell I like Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's pretty good.
Yeah. Puck bounced out of the Buffalo zone. Cousins across to Tuck. Into the Oiler end on the right wing. Stops in the top of the circle. Towards the net. Deflected save made by Skinner. And Zucker with the redirection at the side of the net. Got it to go on goal and up. And Skinner made the save, held on.
Well, Zucker's always had good offensive instincts. You know, he played all those years in Minnesota. And signed here in a one-year deal. 16 goals and 35 points in 46 games. 9 seasons with the Minnesota Wild organization.
Puck back to the point. Power on the right. They'll go across. No quick shot off the left wing by Tuck. Off a stick and out of play. Face-off will be to the right of Skinner. Oil Kings are here tomorrow against Lethbridge. 6 o'clock game at Rogers Place. Handled Moose Jaw 5-1 yesterday evening. In a score that probably flattered the Moose Jaw Warriors. Oil Kings are very good.
Well, the shots were 34-6 after 2 periods.
Yeah, that tells the story there. Bryson shot high and wide, but goes into the right corner. Now set back to the right wing point. Mallenstein will snap it wide of the Edmonton goal. Lafferty in the left wing corner. Now to McLeod. McLeod's pass to the point, picked off by Arvidsson. Will go across to Podkolzin, down the left wing, into the Buffalo zone. He'll stop his pass to the point, and that's knocked away by McLeod. McLeod into Oiler territory, cuts across top of the line. Now to Ballantyne, shot saved by Skinner, and the rebound just knocked wide by McLeod. Draisaitl into the corners, trying to get away from Ryan McLeod. Goes in behind the net, cuts it right up the middle. It's Draisaitl into the Buffalo zone. He's into the slot, got it to the left wing corner. Benson picked it up there for the Sabres to Power. Up the left wing, all the way down. It should be icing. It will be against the Sabres.
Henry Jokiharju was drafted by Stan Bowman when Stan was the GM of the Minnesota Wild. They traded him for the Chicago Blackhawks, and they traded him for Nylander. The not so good Nylander, Alex Nylander. And Jokiharju is a pending UFA. He's in the 3s right now.
Mobile defenseman.
Hasn't had a great season. No. You saw him play a bit in the dub.
Portland, yeah. Puck to the left wing point. Ekholm to Perry. Put it in behind the net. Power goes into the corner now, trying to find it. Krebs is in there too. Corey Perry for Edmonton. It comes to the point. Ekholm walks in. His shot, just off the arm of Reimer and wide. Hyman has it in the right wing corner. It's checked on the play. Krebs will bring it out for Buffalo. Krebs into the Oilers zone. Cross ice pass. Hits a stick. Goes over to the right wing boards. On to the right side. Krebs into the corner. Pinned by Henrique. Sent up to the line. There was nobody there for the Sabres. It comes out. And now Hyman knocks down. Hyman's going to go to the box. He got a hooking call as he got caught up in there with Samuelson.
Well, that's a 50-50 call each way. The shots are 2-1. We got to do our part to manage the game. And make no mistake, the game on Thursday night, the Oilers got every call. They haven't got a call in this game, and we're 26 minutes into the game.
There was a high stick by Nurse that went
astray, but I mean, there's been 2 or 3 interferences here. You got one team with the puck 2/3 of the game, and they can't buy it. And this is the frustration. The number one puck possession team and the number one offensive puck possession team is 27th in the league in penalties drawn. So Buffalo gets their second power play, and they came close in the first one.
Oiler penalty kills brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers.
What do they got out here?
Philp wins the draw. Emerson got it to the line, but that was kept in. Comes over to Peterka across ice, and before he could get to Thompson, hit an Oiler stick. Nugent Hopkins going to bring it out. He's got Philp with him. Gets to center ice and over the line to Philp down the right wing. Philp, the shot, the glove save made by Reimer as Noah Philp tried to go short side upstairs.
Had a lot of heat on that. That was a good look from RNH.
Oilers get the rush shorthanded. They're tied at 1. We're here in the second. That was a good shot. Face off to the left of Reimer.
And I like that they shot short side high, because if he misses, it's not getting wrapped around the boards.
Off the draw, just put wide of the net by Brown. Nurse, his shot tipped on net by Brown, saved by Reimer.
Reimer's on it, Cam.
He's had to be. Dahlin out of his own zone. Dahlin lost it at the Edmonton blue line. Janmark broke it up, cleared down the ice by Brown. Minute 20 to go in the power play for Buffalo. Peterka into the Oiler end, gave it to Quinn. Back to Peterka. To the point, Dahlin across. The one-time shot. The glove save made by Skinner off of Thompson as he wired it from the left wing point. We got a face-off inside the Oiler end. And it's a good thing there wasn't a rebound. Zucker was right in front of the Edmonton net. Henrique to take the draw for the Oilers. Ties up, the shot, the save by Skinner. Got it with a left pad. Kulik won the draw and then got the chance. The puck to the top of the circle. Cousins trying to keep it in for Buffalo. He does to Benson on the right wing. Gets tripped up by Ekholm.
That was a penalty.
Puck to the blue line. Kulik to the middle. The shot by Power doesn't get through. Cousins in the left corner to Tuck. Back to Power on the blue line. He'll walk in a bit. Across to Kulik on the right wing. He's at the top of the circle. To the corner. It swung back to the line. Power will take a wrist shot. And that's tipped wide of the net. Cousins has it left side, top of the circle. Goes down into the left wing corner. Forced into the corner to Tuck on the left side. Over to the right. Kulik will shoot it. Glove save made by Skinner. Snares it out of the air. Is going to hold on to it. 19 seconds left to go in the penalty to Zach Hyman. We're tied at 1 with 7:22 gone here in the second period. As Buffalo getting some zone time here with the power play. Face-off will be to the left of Stuart Skinner. Shots now 19-14 in favor of Edmonton.
2 righties out here. Philp's going to take the draw on his weak side. Kapanen out there with him as well. Righty against righty. Cousins against Philp.
Cousins will win it to the slot. Power will shoot it. Saved by Skinner. Covers that up. All right.
They've got 5 shots in this power play. In fact, they've got all their shots in the game on the 2 power plays that they have.
Face off to the right of Skinner. 15 seconds left to go in the penalty to Hyman. Tied at 1, the Oilers and the Sabres. Puck back to the left wing point. Power on the boards to Cousins. Into the corner to Tuck. Tuck centering it. It goes off a Nurse. Comes in front of the goal. And Philp got it to the boards. It comes back to Power on the point. He'll shoot it wide. Off the inboards. Put towards the net by Kulik. And fought off by Skinner. Penalty over. Kulik, one-timer, scores. Yuri Kulik got the pass from Power. The penalty had expired, and the Sabres have a 2-1 lead.
Well, unfortunately, Noah Philp lost back-to-back draws out on the PK, and the Oilers were running around a bit, and Kulich got two. He can shoot the puck. He got two chances to hammer it. Buffalo's 1 for 2. Well, they're 0 for 2 on the power play, but really they're 1 for 2 because that second one's the power play. I mean, the shots were 19-9. They got 8 shots in that sequence. And I'd say the officials, if I'm going to hazard a guess here, you might see Edmonton get the next power play call. I've been wrong before, but these things tend to even up in games, and Kulich with a good finish. It's 9th of the year.
7:46, time of the goal. 2-1 Sabres lead. Right in front of the Buffalo bench. McLeod gave it to Byram, now through the middle. To Lafferty, drops it to McLeod. He'll go to the net. A shot, save made by Skinner, and the puck goes to the left wing and then chopped over the glass and out of play. We're going to take a break. Buffalo up 2-1 on Edmonton. 8:08 gone here in the second period. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
Hey folks, Paul Brandt here. I love being an Albertan, and I love Ford trucks. And I know that like hard-working Albertans across this great province, there's a Ford truck for everyone. Like Super Duty. It's what I like to call a workhorse. A truck built for heavy-duty performance and getting the job done. Now that's a truck to live and work by. So whatever you're working on, you'll know that the 2024 Ford Super Duty's got the goods. Get yours today at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just tell them PB sent you.
Rogers is Canada's fastest and most reliable internet. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Brown's scoring down in the basement. There it is! Watch Leon light the lamp in the living room. Spectacular! Connor scoring in all corners of the house. And Nurse notching a game winner in the nursery. Very quietly, of course. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers. Edmonton comes all the way back!
Oil Country, you never miss an Oilers game. Join your fellow fans at Molson Canadian Oil Country headquarter locations every game day. Visit oilcountryhq.com to find out where you can enjoy the game next with a pint of Molson Canadian, the official beer sponsor of the Edmonton Oilers.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app. This is the Oilers Radio Network.
2-1, Sabres lead the Edmonton Oilers. Yuri Kulich with the goal, 9th of the year. That's 7:46 from Power and Cousins. The only goal here in the second period was Tuck for the Sabres in the first. Jeff Skinner for Edmonton.
Edmonton had a better first period than I thought they were gonna. Outshot Buffalo 12-5. Buffalo's probably got 10 of their 18 shots in this game on their 2 power plays. Edmonton's yet to have a power play in this game. Look out.
Off the draw, quick shot, and the save made by Skinner as Thompson was able to get that puck in the slot area, turn and fire it on net.
The Oilers were winning all the draws, Cam, in the first period. Buffalo's run off about 4 of the last 5, and the end result here is they tilted the ice a bit. Part of the reason they're up 2-1.
Draisaitl against Kulich. This time Draisaitl wins it, flipped out by Bouchard. Byram on the right to Kulich. Unable to get it past Ekholm. Puck gets through the middle. Now Podkolzin comes in down the right wing. Goes to the right wing corner. To the point to Bouchard. Across to Ekholm. A snapshot. Glove save made by Reimer. Last game of the road trip for the Sabres. Lost in Calgary. Won in Vancouver. Lost in Seattle. Face off to the right of Reimer.
Draisaitl now with Perry and Hyman.
Draisaitl goes to the left point, goes off a Nurse. Cousins will get it out to Zucker down the left wing into the Oiler end. Then he mishandled it, and Draisaitl strips him of the puck, and he'll come out to center ice. Right wing, got the puck to Hyman, across to Perry, to the middle. Glove save made by Reimer as Corey Perry with a glorious opportunity.
Edmonton's had some great looks. Reimer's given them a real good start. Talking to some of the people around Buffalo, they haven't been super stoked with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who has a significant negative goal saved above expectation. It's not that bad. It's at minus 4.3. Reimer's in the plus side of the ledger since coming over to Buffalo. Devin Levi was supposed to be the goalie of the future. He's had a tough start. He's down in the minors.
Luukkonen had played 7 of the last 8 as the puck dumped down to the Edmonton zone. First game for Reimer since January 4th.
He's looked good. He's had a good start.
Power at his own blue line. Might have lost it. The puck goes into the left wing corner. After it is Connor Brown. Goes off of Brown. He'll get it out to Janmark. Give it on the left wing to Nugent Hopkins. Now to Nurse. He'll shoot it. And that one hit Brown and comes out to center ice. McLeod squeezes in over the Edmonton blue line, and now through the middle, the shot by Krebs. Good save made by Stuart Skinner. Krebs on the left wing. Gave it to Quinn. He'll dump it in behind the Edmonton net. 2-1. Sabres lead here in the second. Penalty coming up to Buffalo as Krebs in on the forecheck. A little too aggressive. It'll be a holding call, and the Edmonton Oilers about to get their first power play of the afternoon.
Oilers power play. Got Vancouver, went 2 for 4 in that game. Oilers power play is 7th in the league at 24.8%. Buffalo's penalty killing 20th at 77.4. But it's a penalty. He's got the one hand inside, the other hand on him, and Stetcher kept his feet moving as well, which often helps induce the call.
Power play. It's brought to you by ATCO Energy, your trusted energy retailer. Learn more at atcoenergy.com. Face off to the right of Reimer. Draisaitl wins it clean. Right back to Bouchard. He'll walk in. He'll get it across on the right side to Nugent Hopkins. To the blue line to Bouchard.
Shoot the puck.
Down the left wing to Skinner. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Jeff Skinner.
2 opportunities to bomb it, and they pass off.
Skinner has it on the left wing. He's top of the circle to Bouchard. Forced on the left wing boards to Jeff Skinner. Swept it across the top of the circles. Nugent Hopkins will just keep it in. It goes back to Bouchard. Oilers able to keep it alive. Now to Draisaitl on the right wing. Oilers down by 1 in the second to Bouchard. To Draisaitl. He's on the right wing point. Draisaitl brings it to the middle slowly. Stops. Goes down the right wing. Gives the puck to Nugent Hopkins. To Draisaitl. Draisaitl. Down the right wing, into the right wing corner, to the right point. Bouchard wasn't there yet.
That's why you shoot the puck.
And it goes all the way down the ice.
You don't sit there and 5 seconds into a power play, have 2 opportunities to put it to the net, and don't. Now you're at a minute, you haven't got a shot on goal yet on the power play.
On the left wing at center ice, Draisaitl into the Buffalo zone to Jeff Skinner. Skinner against the boards. Malenstein had him tied up. Benson will get it out. Stuart Skinner out of his net. Leaves it to Bouchard with 39 seconds to go in the man advantage. Oilers are down 2-1. 8:49 to go here in the second period. Hyman stick craters at center ice. Power with the puck. And maybe a potential breakaway pass. The shot off the post by Malenstein. Malenstein walked in and put it right off the outside of the post. Corey Perry in behind the Edmonton net. Up the right wing to Arvidsson. He'll get to center. Now to Nugent Hopkins. Into the Buffalo zone. Left wing to Perry. To the point. The shot. Gloved by Reimer. Probably going high and wide. And Nurse put it on goal. We'll get the whistle. 7 seconds left to go in the penalty to Krebs. This Buffalo, great chance shorthanded.
Bouchard right off the draw had a chance. Top of the face-off circle. Nugent Hopkins open on the right flank. And instead, and I'm sorry, if you don't have Connor McDavid on your power play, you don't pass up shot opportunities. It's that simple. It's tough enough to pass it in the league with the world's best player.
Puck goes to the right wing point. Ekholm over to Nurse. He'll walk in a bit, get it to the slot off the stick of Arvidsson. No penalty over. Long pass, breakaway pass to Krebs out of the box. The shot pad, save made by Skinner off of Peyton Krebs. The puck in the right wing corner. Stuart Skinner comes up huge for the Oilers. Arvidsson will get it out, give it to Ekholm. Oilers down by 1 here in the second. 7:52 to go in the period. Puck into the Buffalo zone, goes to the right wing point. Matthias Ekholm. He'll play it cross corner. Edmonton makes some changes. Sent out by Byram, but in early was McLeod. That's offside against Buffalo. We're going to take a break. 2-1. Sabres lead the Oilers with 7:41 to go in this second period. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Did you know the RCMP polices over 99% of Alberta's landscape? From the oil sands to the Rockies to the prairies, the RCMP has a province covered. Providing policing services to more than 1,700 communities and with over 150 career specializations, the Alberta RCMP has something to fit everyone's goals and lifestyles. Visit rcmpcareers.ca and take the next step towards your career with the Alberta RCMP. A message from the Government of Canada.
From your home to the ice rink, ATCO Energy is there. As the official energy provider of Rogers Place, we're also proud partners of the Edmonton Oilers. ATCO Energy, powering your place. Customers are free to purchase natural gas services or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822.
When it comes to your new home, nothing should stop you from getting exactly what you want. Coventry Homes puts your needs front and center. They won't deep past your questions about customization, and making changes won't get you sent to the penalty box. With their customizable designs and flexible options, your game-changing home is within reach. Score big with flexibility. By Coventry Homes, the official builder of the Edmonton Oilers.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
7:41 to go in the second period. 2-1. Sabres lead the Oilers. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer here at Rogers Place. Kulik and Tuck have scored for Buffalo. Jeff Skinner has the Edmonton goal. Face off in the Sabres zone to the right of James Reimer.
Edmonton's been real good in second periods all year. This has been a second period dominated by Buffalo, and the turning point was the two power plays. Buffalo had a great power play, created lots of looks. Oilers had a couple chances too on that power play, and then while they were on the PK, and then conversely, the Oilers got a power play, passed off 2 shot attempts in the first 10 seconds, and never got recalibrated to make plays.
Draisaitl get the pass out. The shot by Kapanen off the glove of Reimer. It's along the right wing boards in the Buffalo zone. And out with it to center ice. Peterka to Thompson into the Oiler end left wing. Taken along the boards. As Draisaitl knocks down Thompson. Puck comes free. Ty Emberson behind the Edmonton net. Brent Kulak. Kulak up the left wing. At center ice, they'll shoot it in. The rim on the right. Turka to Dahlin behind his net to Jokiharju. Couldn't handle the pass. Puck gets to the middle. It's cleared out by Tuck. It won't be icing. Stuart Skinner's going to have to play it. Peterka was way down into Edmonton territory. Puck cleared by Echo. Bounces it to the Buffalo blue line. Nugent Hopkins, nice little pass to Kapanen, and he'll make a play. Go in behind the net. He'll try to wrap it. Loose puck. Scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins was in the right spot at the right time, and this game's tied at 2.
They're going to challenge this Buffalo because Corey Perry may have had the right pad of James Reimer. Right now, Lindy Ruff and his staff are looking down at it. Kapanen with a reverse pivot in tight. Perry drove the lane. Oh no, well, I don't know how they can prove that. They're looking, see, they're having a conversation here, Cam. They are going to look at it. Nope. Maybe not.
That's a goal.
I mean, a great play by Kapanen.
Yeah, great play.
He's sending them over.
Nugent Hopkins, 14th of the year at 13-20. He's tied the game up at 2.
They took a look at it, decided not to. Great play by Kapanen. He's got a couple of assists in this game, Cam. Well, he should have a couple of assists.
Got one for sure.
Oh, look out.
Puck in behind the Edmonton net. Nugent Hopkins up the right wing boards, off the stick of Darlene. It goes to Janmark. He'll give it to Nugent Hopkins. He'll come flying down the right wing into the Buffalo zone. Stops up, got checked by Darlene as he rushed back into the zone. Darlene will clear it out. Kapanen and Ekholm get the assists on the goal by Nugent Hopkins, tying this game at 2. Janmark down the left side into the Buffalo zone, and Nugent Hopkins to the point. Nurse shot, save made by Reimer. Boots it out to the slot, high slot area. Krebs to center. He'll shoot it in. Comes around to Brett Kulak, directed it right back out to Connor Brown. Into the Sabre zone. Stops on the right wing, lost the puck. Goes to the line. Henry kept it in to Brown. Brown on the right wing, and his pass hits a stick, comes out. Bouchard to Henrique. Center ice now to Jeff Skinner. Skinner turns it up. Puts it in on the right wing. Gives the puck to Zach Hyman. Back to the line. Bouchard shot. Whistled it wide of the net. Kulak pumps it back in behind the net to Skinner. On the right side to Hyman off the outside of the goal. Skinner can get it back to the point. Right wing for Bouchard. Across to Kulak, but it comes over the line and out. Kulak in the neutral zone. Looks through the middle for Hyman. He's going to the net. Got knocked down on the play. It goes in behind the goal. Crowd reacts to the non-call. Cousins out with it for Buffalo. Down the left wing to Mallenstein. Trying to get it into the left or in front of the net. Tuck to the left wing point. Tuck pulls it off the left wing boards over to Power to the left side. Quick shot, and that's off a stick. Is unable to get it through with Samuelson. Puck to the left wing point. Zucker down the left side to Cousins. Over to the right wing. Now over to Tuck. His shot wide of the Edmonton net. Samuelson in the corner to Tuck through the slot. There's nobody there for the Sabres. It goes down the ice. 4:20 to go here in the second. Tied at 2. Oilers and the Sabres. Power through the middle. It's pass. It's in behind McLeod. He's into the Oilers zone. Philp up the right wing. That's not going to get out. It's going to get to the line. Podkolzin, though. Goes cross ice to Arvidsson. Arvidsson into the Sabre zone left wing. Down the left wing boards into the corner for Philp. And came Darlene, was able to poke it free. McLeod in the corner, and now Podkolzin comes in to break things up. Byram has to recover it up the left side. Owen Byram to center ice to Darlene. Goes by him. It's inside the Edmonton zone. Brent Kulak up the left wing. Through the middle, off of Philp, down into Buffalo territory. Darlene will go in behind his net. Darlene up the left. That one past Krebs. It'll be icing against the Sabres. 3:19 to go in the second period. Oilers and Buffalo tied at 2.
What do you think? Should there have been a penalty there on Bryson? He had the stick. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah. You're a Sabres partisan. You're thinking it's a pretty good defensive play.
Yeah, desperation, little desperation on Bryson's part. It's probably fine. Puck to the left wing point. Nurse to the right side. One-timer by Draisaitl doesn't get through. Partially blocked by Krebs. Krebs to the line. Oh, Kapanen kept it in. Knocked it out of the air. Draisaitl walks it across the right, or across the blue line to the right wing. Behind the net to Perry. Perry to the left wing corner. Dropping it to Kasperi Kapanen. Up to the top of the circle. Gets to the blue line, and Thompson's able to get it out for Buffalo.
That was a penalty, man.
Now Kapanen. Left wing to Ekholm. He'll shoot it in. Byram will set it and give it to Byram. Byram off the boards and out. Ekholm bouncing it, or lifting it, and Darlene will bring the puck in down the left wing. It'll go in behind the net.
Nice job defensively.
Kulak just pushed him right off of it, gets it out to center ice to Draisaitl. Into the Buffalo zone. Draisaitl to the right wing, centering pass. Here's Kulik. The shot by Kulak, and that was stopped by Reimer as Kulak followed it all the way up. Now through the middle. Kulak couldn't get it to Brown. Comes across to Bouchard, left point. His shot, and he ripped it just wide on the short side. Tied at 2:05 to go in the second. Bouchard on the right wing point. Down the right wing in front of just off the stick of Nugent Hopkins. Puck back to the point. Brett Kulak to Nugent Hopkins. His shot, and the save made by Reimer held onto it.
What a look from Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins.
Oilers have ramped it up. We got 1:52 to go here in the second period. Oilers and Sabres tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
When the Oilers are on the ice, the big hits are a part of the game. But they shouldn't be a part of your drive. If you've been injured in a car collision, let James H. Brown & Associates and their over 200 years of combined injury law experience help you. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown & Associates is ready to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
Our people, our team. It's what business owners almost always say is their most important resource. But strong businesses don't just find great people. They make sure their teams stay healthy, engaged, and performing at their best. A benefits plan from Alberta Blue Cross is more than just drug and dental. They support the whole person with flexible coverage levels that fit the size and circumstance of your business. Find a plan that gets results at ab.bluecross.ca.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. We are in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Tied at 2, the Oilers and the Sabres. 1:52 to go in the second period.
Good game.
Very good game.
You can see the skill that Buffalo has. Youngest team in the NHL. They do have a couple RFAs. Jack Quinn's an RFA forward out of the Ottawa 67s. And then the other guy is Bowen Byram.
Shot by Bouchard, gloved by Reimer, off the left wing point.
And the problem for Byram is Darlene's going to be on the first unit power play. Now, if you're a team looking for a guy that can drive play from a second defense pairing, that would be Byram. The problem is that keeps the price down if you're not on the first unit power play in terms of what you can get for salary.
Skinner tried to get it in front of the net. Cousins can't get it out for the Sabres. Now off the left wing boards. Comes to center ice for Tuck. Through the middle and the backhand. Samuelson to the Oiler end on the right wing. Pinned by Kulak. Samuelson then lost the puck to Kulak for a moment. That goes in behind the Edmonton net. Out of the right wing for Samuelson. From the angle, the save made by Skinner. Left wing, Zucker back to the left wing point to Power. Power to Jason Zucker. His shot, and that one partially blocked. Went off of Jeff Skinner, and it's in behind the net. Tuck back to the line. Last minute here in the second, tied at 2. Zucker across the Edmonton blue line. Over to Owen Power. He'll shoot it. Save made by Skinner. He held on. 50 seconds left here in the second period. But you can see with this Buffalo team why their numbers.
The numbers would suggest they should have a better team than they are.
record.
Analytically, they're not a team that should have lost 13 games in a row. Again, they didn't have Darlene for 8 of those games. He's a pretty important player for them.
Puck cleared out. And Bowen Byram inside his own end. On the left, Darlene. Darlene weaves his way into the Edmonton zone. A shot blocked by Ekholm. Goes to the left wing corner. Rip it around on the right side. And it goes to the right. And it's Quinn. Jack Quinn, top of the circle, and lost it. And it's cleared out by Draisaitl with 21 seconds to go here in the second period. Inside his own blue line, Nurse to Draisaitl. Over to Matthias Ekholm. Bounce it into Buffalo territory. Turned up by Bowen Byram. Up the left wing, off the stick of Quinn. Goes deep into the Edmonton end. Stuart Skinner has it on the end boards. Second period will end. Just like we were after one. This time tied. We're tied at 1 after 1. This time tied at 2 after 2.
Yeah.
Setting up for a good third.
Should be.
It's been a good game. Both teams have played hard.
Yeah, no, it's been a good hockey game so far. Reimer's made some saves. Skinner's made some saves. There's been some ebbs and flows. 17 shots on goal for Buffalo in that period. Edmonton got 16. Even Steven threw 2. Good hockey game.
Been a good hockey game. Tied at 2. We're through 40. Kulik scored for Buffalo in the second period. It was Nugent Hopkins for Edmonton. Tuck had scored in the first for the Sabres. It was Jeff Skinner for the Oilers. We're all tied up at 2. And now in the win a period, win a game mode here for both these teams. Tied at 2 after 2. The Oilers and the Sabres. Bryn Griffiths, Rob Brown. They're going to have the second intermission for you when we come back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Experience the exciting casino action in 3 Century Casino locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Dine at one of their amazing restaurants featuring daily specials. Take in the ultimate game day experience at the Century Sports Bar and Lounge. Check out the best in live entertainment at any amazing location. Plus, enjoy a great selection of casino gaming options and off-track betting. Feel the thrill of live horse racing at Century Mile Racetrack. Don't miss a second of the action at Century Casino. Come for the action. Stay for the fun.
Stay connected with your community and enjoy the latest updates and exclusive access to concerts and events by becoming an 880 Ched Insider. Don't miss out on a single moment. Sign up now at 880ched.com and click on Ched Insider Newsletter to become a vital part of Edmonton's premier news and talk community. 880 Ched, Edmonton's news, today's talk, where Edmonton stays informed and entertained today and every day. At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Row Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bounces it to the Buffalo blue line. Nugent Hopkins, nice little pass to Kapanen, and he'll make a play. Go in behind the net. He'll try to wrap it. Loose puck. Scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins was in the right spot at the right time, and this game's tied at 2.
And that's our Highlight Zone, brought to you by Century Casinos. All in, all games, all season. Century Casinos with 3 great locations in Edmonton, in St. Albert, and also right next to the Edmonton International Airport. Welcome to the Winter Zone. Welcome to the second intermission. Bryn Griffiths along with Rob Brown. We're back at Rogers Place. We're all tied up at 2 after 40 minutes of play. Rob, your thoughts on that? It was a bit scrambly at times, but it was still entertaining, but it's 2-2.
Well, usually really entertaining games are entertaining for fans and media, but not as entertaining for a coaching staff.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very loose, well, you know what, the first 40 minutes has been a very loose defensive game by the Oilers. They've given up 3 breakaways in this game. It's a 2-2 tie, and Stuart Skinner has stopped all 3 breakaways. So there's been 3 breakaways given up. They've given up odd man breaks, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s. This isn't normally how we see the Oilers play. They limit the odd man breaks against them. So defensively, the Oilers have not been as stalwart as they usually are, and allowed a Buffalo team that themselves are very loose a chance to stay in this game. Buffalo, on the other hand, they're making big mistakes as well, but they're flying the zone and they're looking for the odd man breaks, and they've caught the Oilers a number of times thus far. So both goaltenders have made big saves, both teams have made big mistakes, and we as fans have been able to appreciate a very high event game through 40 minutes.
So let me ask you this. Fans at home listening or watching the game, they're thinking, all the Oilers have to do is tighten it up in the third period. Is that easier said than done? in a game like this one?
No. I mean,
Okay.
you have, as a team, you have core values as a team. You have a base that you expect to play each and every night. No, everything doesn't always go as planned. There's bounces, there's bad luck, there's referees that can create a difference in the way the game wants to be played. But there's cores that you just always fall back on, and it's being sound defensively, making the easy play, not pinching when you shouldn't, not cheating, being the proper side defensively, getting pucks in deep, getting pucks out. Those are things that you can do, and it's easy to turn those on. It's just work, and it's focus. And sometimes the work ethic isn't as high as it could be, or the focus isn't as good as it should be. Both teams right now are thinking, okay, the coach will say, let's tighten up in the third period. We're just one shot away.
Right.
And both teams will talk about it. It'll be whichever team comes out and executes a little bit better. But this is a game, the Oilers are the better team, and the standings show that. But they have not played according to script as we usually see them. They've given up way too many chances again. Stuart Skinner's had been way too busy in this hockey game facing grade A scoring chances, and a lot of them are just from mistakes made by the Oilers defensively.
Shots on goal in that period, actually 17-17, so the Oilers carrying according to the official stats, a 29-22 shots advantage after 40 minutes of play to tie this thing up at 2. It just seems to me that every time I see a line, it's really noticeable for me for the Oilers, and they're pretty quiet for a couple of shifts, and it seems to be moving around a little bit. You seen one line that's a little more dominant than any others for the Oilers so far?
Well, in all honesty, there hasn't been a line that has stayed together through 40 minutes.
Well, you certainly changed it up with about the 11-minute mark.
Well, they've been going all through it. There's been times where Leon, when you got two greats on the same team, sometimes you get them confused.
That happens.
Leon started with Arvidsson Pikolzin. Then he played with Hyman and Perry had a fantastic chance. That was a save that Reimer made. I don't think Reimer saw it. I think Perry just hit the glove. But Leon played with Perry and Hyman. Then Leon was out there with Kapanen, and who was the other guy who was on that shift with? He was out with Kapanen and Philp at one point too. So it's been all over the map, and that's the one thing that we've seen with Knobloch. If he doesn't think something is working, he will change it quickly. So in all honesty, I haven't seen a line out there that has stayed together for more than 3 or 4 shifts. The Oilers have created scoring chances. That hasn't been an issue. They got 27 shots now through 2 periods. They're getting chances. The problem is the Oilers have given up too many, and that's not what has made the Oilers successful since mid-November on. They've been a very good defensive team, and tonight I don't think they've been as good defensively. They've just got great goaltending from Stuart Skinner.
The longer this goes tied at 2, does that maybe slide a little bit of an advantage to the other team, the Buffalo Sabres today, or no?
No, anytime a game is tied late in the game, I always look to the team that has the better players. The Oilers got Leon. He's the best in the league this year, so he only needs one opportunity. What it does do, though, when a team is lower in the standings as Buffalo is, coming in as last in the Eastern Conference, the longer they're close, the more interest they have. There's been a lot of games the Buffalo Sabres have probably played this year where going into the third period, they've been down by multiple goals, and they know that those games, they ain't coming back. But when they're now in a game where they're tied going into third in Edmonton, the best of the West, they're thinking, all right, here's our opportunity. Yeah. So there's an interest level right now in the Buffalo dressing room. I think you saw that in the second period. The Sabres weren't good in the first, but they were tied 1-1. All of a sudden, the second period, okay, let's have some belief. And they were very good in the second period. 17 shots on net. They had the breakaway chances. The Oilers at one point, when they were just down 1, they were fortunate to be just down 1 at that juncture. The saves that Skinner made on the breakaways allowed the Oilers to find a way to get back into this, and Nugent Hopkins with a big goal to tie it up. I would expect both teams I would hope both teams would be a little bit better defensively in the third period. But we have seen big mistakes, and usually a big mistake is which costs the team a victory. And tonight we'll see if that's the case in the final 20.
I will admit I have not seen a lot of Buffalo games on television this year. This is our first real look at them. if they could improve in one area, do you think that would, or they need to improve in a lot of areas before they start making a move? They've got some talent there.
They got skill. I just think they're loose in their own zone.
Right.
They give up a lot of chances. They turn the puck over. They turned the puck over on Nugent Hopkins' goal. They had control of the puck, and they turned it over through the neutral zone, which gave the Oilers free access to their own zone. To me, their puck management, I don't think is as good as it should be or could be. So that, to me, is what the biggest thing that I see out of the Buffalo Sabres. Now, I've only seen them a total of 20 or 40 minutes this year.
Yeah.
It could be completely different, game in, game out. But, yeah, I think that they turn the puck over too much, and that you can't do that against a good team, and the Edmonton Oilers are a good team.
Talked to a few of the people who travel with the Sabres, and they said the theory, shoot yourself in the foot, has applied very effectively for the Sabres. They just keep finding ways to not get it done, and we'll see what happens, Rob. We'll talk to you after the game. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back. We'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. We can tell you it's 2-2 after 2 from Edmonton. Yeah, let's see what we've got. At the Intermission is brought to you by the End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's Get Flooring. This is your Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
When was the last time your electricity and natural gas provider made you feel like this? Low rates, no strings attached, year-round perks, and local energy experts who always have your back with Encore by Epcor. Find that carefree energy feeling at encore.epcor.com/carefree.
Customers are free to purchase natural gas or electricity services from a retailer of their choice. For a list of retailers, visit ucahelps.alberta.ca or call 310-4822 toll-free.
Tired of skyrocketing energy bills? Switch to clean, affordable power with Horizon Solar. Whether you want to cut costs, go green, or increase your home's value, Horizon Solar has you covered with tailored solar energy solutions. With current government incentives, there's never been a better time to make the switch. Own your power, control your bills, live sustainably. For your free assessment, call Horizon Solar today or visit horizonsolar.com to get started. Horizon Solar, where going green makes sense.
Hey, Edmonton. Big moves need big talent, and AMJ is your go-to partner. For all local residential and commercial relocations, AMJ delivers a smooth, stress-free experience. AMJ, your team for every move. Contact your local branch today.
With Global News, I'm Thomas Dias. The union representing some 750 employees at Canadian National Railway says it will go on strike Tuesday unless a negotiated settlement is reached. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers says it's given CN a 72-hour strike notice backed by a 95% strike mandate as it pushes for better work-life balance and higher pay. The employees work in signals and communications. CN says it has a contingency plan in place. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency has recalled certain types of Century brand tuna sold across the country. The recalled products are 180-gram cans of Century brand light tuna flakes in hot and spicy sauce, along with Century brand flaked light tuna, hot and spicy style. The agency says both products were found to contain wheat, which was not listed in the ingredients. And thousands of Palestinians gathered in the occupied West Bank city of Ramallah to celebrate the arrival of buses carrying 200 Palestinian prisoners who were exchanged for the release of 4 Israeli soldiers earlier today. News on demand at 880ched.com.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. You know what I'm a fan of? Alberta. The wide open spaces, the highways and byways, and a rugged, beautiful terrain that I'm proud to call home. Maybe that's why I'm also a fan of my Ford F-150. It's tough, capable, and smart, which makes it a natural fit for roads like these. So if it's a new truck you're looking for, look no further than the truck Albertans love to drive, F-150. Head into your Alberta Ford dealer and tell them PB sent you.
Hey, Edmonton. Ever think about who gets your hard-earned money when you buy groceries or gas? For all you know, it could be buying a second yacht or private jet. But at Co-op, they put it right back into the community. That's That's because they're owned by 120,000 everyday Edmontonians, not a corporation. Feel good about where your money goes when you shop Co-op. Visit in store for details.
Hey, hockey fans! Hard rubber works well on the ice rink, but not so good on frozen roads. Aturo tires are engineered with that in mind. Scientifically designed tread patterns, along with resilient rubber compounds, allow Aturo tires to grip well in the cold of winter, while providing excellent traction and long tread life through year-round conditions. Aturo has the all-weather tire for you. Available at Action Car and Tire, Point S, and tire shops everywhere. Find a dealer near you at atturo.com.
At the intermission, brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
Bryn Griffiths back at Rogers Place after 40 minutes of play. It's a 2-2 tie between the Buffalo Sabres and the Edmonton Oilers. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. Other than this one, got to tell you, we had one final score earlier. It was 3-1. Boston Bruins beating the Colorado Avalanche. Morgan Geekie with 2 goals in that one. David Pasternak with a goal and 2 assists. Other than this one, there is a game going on right now, and they are just getting into the third period in Seattle. The Kraken with a 2-1 lead on the visiting Pittsburgh Penguins. Lots of games going on tonight. These are your 5 o'clock starts. Toronto is at Ottawa. The New Jersey Devils travel to Montreal. St. Louis Blues at home to take on the Dallas Stars, and the Detroit Red Wings will be hosting the Tampa Bay Lightning. There's two other games that start at 5. We have Los Angeles playing the Blue Jackets in Columbus, and the Calgary Flames are in Minnesota and St. Paul to take on the Wild. 5:30 our time. It's Carolina in New York to play the Islanders. And then all the other ones are late starts, 8 o'clock. 2 of them, actually all 3 of them are 8 o'clock starts. San Jose Sharks hosting the Florida Panthers. The Ducks at home to take on the Nashville Predators. And then another game we'll all be watching, the Vancouver Canucks at home trying to bounce back after a tough loss to the Oilers the other night. Is it going to be easy? So Washington Capitals will be the visitors for that one. American Hockey League Oilers farm team from Bakersfield not playing tonight. They'll be back at it tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Edmonton time. They'll be taking on Coachella Valley. And in the Western Hockey League, the Edmonton Oil Kings beat Moose Jaw 5-1 last night here at Rogers Place. Another game at Rogers Place coming up tomorrow at 6. The Lethbridge Hurricanes will be here to take on the Oil Kings. That's your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The third period is coming up. The players are coming on the ice. At the intermission is brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring. This is your Four Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
At the intermission has been brought to you by End of the Roll Flooring Centers. Let's get flooring.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Get ready to live sky high. Sky Signature Suites offers remarkable units for rent, featuring sophisticated floor plans, designer finishes, resort-like amenities, and breathtaking views. Situated in the heart of Ice District, Sky is the address for socializing, dining, entertainment, and fun. A building like no other in a location like no other. Visit SkySignatureSuites.com and make your home high above the ordinary.
You might think it's crazy to put so much of our in-stock flooring on sale during the Big One clearance event, but it's not. Here's why. Even end-of-the-roll flooring centers only have so much room, so we need to clear out what's already here to make room. It's not just a sale, it's our biggest sale. It's why we call it the Big One. We're not crazy. Our prices just make it look that way. The Big One clearance event on now for a limited time at end-of-the-roll flooring centers. Let's get flooring.
12870 St. Albert Trail and now open at 580 Parsons Road Southwest.
At Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, they recommend pairing locally distilled spirits and their ice-cold beer selection with... And Oilers win! Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, proud partners and fans of the Edmonton Oilers. Please enjoy responsibly.
All games, all season. You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Oilers and Sabres tied at 2, getting ready for the third period of play. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Oilers 4-2-0 when tied after 2 periods. Sabres are 2-6-3. And it'll be Nugent Hopkins with Brown and Janmark.
Nuge just got the game-tying goal. He's had a tough game in the circle, just 1 of 6 through 2 periods. Oilers, that being said, still have won the majority of the draws.
Nugent Hopkins wins that one. It goes to Nurse, and he'll come down the left wing into the Sabre zone. Cross-ice pass, picked off by Dahlin. He'll clear it. It'll be on net, so it won't be icing. Red Kulak wheels out from behind the Edmonton goal. Gets to center ice to Nugent Hopkins, and it hit Janmark and brought in on the offside. So we're 20 seconds into this third period.
You know, I don't mean to be the master of understatement, but the Oilers, and we're lucky to cover a team like this on a nightly basis. I mean, this has been basically a 50-win-a-season team for the last 3+ years. And even if you factor in the 2021, you know, Canadian, they won 35 games that year and 56. But they're not quite the same without Connor McDavid. I think it's you know.
There's something to be said. Puck comes in front of the Sabre net, but over on the left wing now, and Samuelson will get it up the left wing boards. Zucker with it now at center ice. To Cousins at the Edmonton blue line, lost it. Perry to center. Now to Draisaitl, got knocked down. Perry then swats it out of the air, and it goes into the left wing corner. To Kapanen, back to the point. Ekholm, left wing corner. Perry goes after it. Owen Power in there for Buffalo, up the right wing to Tuck. He won't get it out. Will come across, and Zucker has it on the left wing. Bounce it into the Oiler end. Matthias Ekholm, left wing corner now. Take it in behind the Oiler net. Out through the middle is Ekholm. The left wing for Jeff Skinner. Off the left corner boards in the Sabre zone. Bryson around, but it'll go right to Jeff Skinner. Now to Adam Henry. Right wing corner for Hyman. Just went off the heel of his stick. Sent up to Quinn. He's able to get it out for Buffalo. Skinner got it to the blue line. Bryson to Jokiharju. Jokiharju then cutting to the middle. To Quinn on the left wing. Off the left wing boards into the Oilers zone. Emberson tried to get it up the left wing. That doesn't work. It goes near the top of the circle. Does come out, though. Dahlin back into his own end for Buffalo. 2 minutes into the third period. Oilers and Sabres are tied at 2. Dahlin on the left for Byram. He'll dump it in. Off a Nurse goes in behind the Edmonton net. Now on the right wing, Philp off the right wing boards and out. Dahlin to his partner Byram.
This is the third straight shift for Philp with Arvidsson and Podkolzin.
Puck goes into the Edmonton zone in behind the goal as Nurse rimming it. Dahlin kept it in, put it towards the goal, but off the outside of it. Red Kulak on the right wing. There's nowhere to go with it. Has to try the left side. Podkolzin's got to come back and get it. Podkolzin pitched upon by Samuelson. Puck comes free in the corner now out to the middle. The shot and the save made by Skinner. The opportunity there by Kulik. And Podkolzin on the left wing boards. Kulik's right on him. Philp gets a loose puck to Brett Kulak. Goes in behind the goal now up the right wing.
Slang could use a change here.
The right side to Arvidsson. Into the Buffalo zone. Stops on the right wing boards. Swings it around to the left. Ekholm in from the blue line. Puck kept in. Matthias Ekholm up near the left wing point. Tuck's able to get it out. We'll give it to Dylan Cousins now to Zucker down the left side. Shot save made by Skinner. Zucker with the chance to pass to the point. Nobody there for the Sabres. And Connor Brown will get to it down the right wing. Hammers it on net and a save by Reimer. He'll cover it up. 3:25 gone here in the third. Tied at 2. The Oilers and the Sabres.
Well, Connor Brown could use a bounce right now. He had a good stretch there for a while for the Oilers, but he has not scored in Edmonton's last 17 games, and the other guy on his line, Matthias Janmark, hasn't scored in 36. Oilers could use a bounce going there. Their way to get those guys going.
Face off to the left of Reimer.
By the way, Leon Draisaitl's just 1 point behind Nate McKinnon for the NHL scoring lead. Empty net points this year for McKinnon, 8. For Draisaitl, 2. Why do I have the feeling that Kucherov's going to end up leading the league in scoring?
Puck sent up the left side for Krebs. He got knocked down by Ekholm. It goes into the Edmonton zone. Ekholm up the right wing to Kapanen. Cuts to the middle at center. Now into the Buffalo end, down the left wing. Try to play it back into the slot. Gets picked off.
Chris Knobloch's playing a hunch here, Cam.
Power to center. Now Bouchard through the middle to Perry. To Draisaitl. Trying to get it back to Perry, but it's broken up. McLeod then pressured by Perry, who steals it. Perry's pass to the middle off a skate. Kept in by Ekholm. Couldn't get a backhand towards the net. Power will get it out. Down the left wing to Thompson. He's going to drive towards the net. Oh, that's hammered off his stick by Matthias Ekholm. Great defensive play and a penalty coming up. It's going to be a hooking call against Kapanen in the corner. And the Sabres are going the power play. Kapanen for the hook. It was right after Matthias Ekholm made a great defensive play.
Whoa. That's a soft call.
Oh. Just showed it on the video scoreboard. I never saw a hook or a trip or a slash or a rough. Off the right wing, puck goes. Shot by Tuck is off a leg and it comes out of the zone. Power back into his own end. Out through the middle. Alex Tuck. Owen Power. Into the Oiler end to the middle of the ice. And the shot goes off his stick over to the right wing. Cousins has it on the blue line. Gives it to Tuck down the left wing to Power. In behind the net to Benson. On the right side. Kulik to Benson. Left wing to Cousins. To the point. Went to Power, to Cousins, to Kulik on the right, back to Power in the middle, left wing to Cousins, over to Kulik is one-timer, and that's just off the outside of the net. That was a fast shot by Kulik.
They're looking for totally for the side-to-side, Cam.
But cleared by Henrique all the way down the ice. Just over 5 minutes gone here in the third. Oilers and Sabres tied at 2. Minute to go in the power play for Buffalo. Thompson makes his way to center now on the left. To Zucker, off the boards and in. Thompson recovers it. To the point to Dahlin. Dahlin on the left point to Tage Thompson. Get it across. It gets to the right wing corner. Comes out in front of the net. Doesn't get a shot. Now to Thompson. And a good save made by Skinner. Coming across on Tage Thompson. Dahlin down the right wing. To Quinn across to Thompson. Couldn't get a shot through. Blocked by Emberson. And off the right wing boards and out by Janmark. Buffalo comes close. Quinn up the left wing. Has to leave it to Zucker through the middle. Flips it off the right boards to the corner. Kulak behind the net to Emberson. Around to the line, but Thompson keeps it in. Thompson to the point to Dahlin. Now on the right wing, a shot from the angle. And the save made by Skinner off of Peterka. Capping it back out onto the ice. Buffalo 0 for 3 on the power play. Puck in the right corner. Peterka chops it to the left side to Quinn. Knocked down by Kapanen. Now that was an actual trip.
That was a trip. He's lucky.
Got away with it. Kapanen gets it out off the right wing boards. It's center. No, he didn't get the center. It's icing against Edmonton. 6 minutes, 32 seconds gone in the third. Tied at 2.
Well, the shots on goal at Buffalo, it must have 13 shots in the power play in this game. And Skinner's made some terrific stops. But now they've got a group that's been out there for a while. They got to get the puck up the ice down to their zone here.
Face off to the right is Skinner. Oilers needed one more on the ice. They had Evan Bouchard out there. Janmark taking the draw against Ryan McLeod. They tie up. McLeod gets the puck himself to the point to Byram. Across to Samuelson. Get it to the left wing corner as opposed to McLeod. On the left wing. Lafferty tied up. McLeod gets a loose puck. It's knocked off his stick. Kapanen will go high in the air and out with it. Hits the stick of Samuelson. And it's inside the Buffalo zone. Byram, cross ice. Now McLeod into the Oiler end. Goes to the left wing corner. Ryan McLeod taken hard to the boards by Bouchard. Krebs in there as well for Buffalo. And it's Krebs in behind the net. To the point to Byram. Across to Samuelson down the left wing. A shot. Save made by Skinner. Puck to the left wing corner of the Oilers zone. Bouchard to Nurse. Nurse up the left wing and out. Hit Byram, goes right to Draisaitl. Comes in over the Sabre line. Right wing to Hyman. Back to Draisaitl, but broken up by Samuelson. A long pass too far for Lafferty, and that's going to be icing against the Sabres. 7:38 gone here in the third, tied at 2.
This game's had some runs, hasn't it, in terms of the shot clock. I mean, the Oilers at one point were out shooting Buffalo 7-0, and they were out shooting Buffalo 19-9 when Buffalo got their second power play. Since then, Buffalo has outshot Edmonton 21-9. And the Oilers passed off several opportunities early on their only power play of the game.
Race off to the right of Reimer. Arvidsson tried to get a shot through. It doesn't. Goes to the right point. Bouchard over to Draisaitl on the left wing. Brings it up to the left wing point. Goes cross ice, knocked down by Benson. He'll get it out to Tuck. Now over to Byram. To Benson. Able to dump it in. And it's in behind the Oiler net. Bouchard. On the right wing to Draisaitl. That's picked off. Tuck gets it low to Benson. Pass across. Great save by Skinner. Covers it up as Cousins got the pass from Benson. And Stuart Skinner is able to shut the door. We're going to take a break. 8 minutes, 11 seconds gone here in the third. Oilers and Sabres tied at 2. From Rogers Place, it's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Hey, Paul Brandt here. As a musician, I'm drawn to the sounds of this great province. Whether it's the wind blowing down the Rockies, the rustling of grass across the prairie, or the sweet sound of a Ford Super Duty, it's all music to my ears. Speaking of Super Duty, with heavy-duty performance that's built for getting the job done right, it's no wonder this truck has Albertans singing its praises. The 2024 Ford Super Duty is available now at your Alberta Ford dealer. Just head on in today and tell them PB sent you.
From the biggest stadiums to the coziest holes in the wall. From house parties to porch hangs to pride celebrations. From your favorite fuzz shop to your local Indian spot. From noodle bars to sports bars to salsa bars. There's a Molson with your name on it. Canadian Ultra XL. Molson. Everyone in. Must be legal drinking age.
Athletes know that to advance your career, you've got to be part of a winning team. So, what about you? Are you working for a winning team? Well, here's your chance to do just that. Brandt is a strong and stable industry leader with career opportunities across Canada. We have hundreds of positions available right now, from parts, sales, positioning technology, heavy-duty mechanics, and more. Be a part of a winning team. Earn your stripes by joining Brandt today. Find out more at BrandtJobs.com.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Cam Moon and Bob Stauffer. We are here in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. Tied at 2. Oilers and Sabres, 8-11 gone in the third period. Buffalo's outshot the Oilers 9-1 in this period. Face off to the left of Skinner. Quick shot, bad save. Rebound hammered on net. What a save by Skinner off of Dahlin, who walked in from the left point and drilled that rebound on goal.
Well, Buffalo went into Vancouver and dominated the third period. They've dominated the third period here. The Oilers have been sleepy. They've had a couple of their better defensemen make some poor reads with the puck and turn pucks over.
Didn't play poorly against Calgary either. Calgary had 2 empty net goals.
Yeah.
It was ended up 5-2, and Buffalo was 0 for 6 on the power play. Puck gets cleared out in that game. Dahlin inside his own blue line. Up the right wing to McLeod. Into the Oilers zone. Puts it off the end boards to Tage Thompson, right wing corner. Peterka on the right side. That's broken up by Nugent Hopkins. For Janmark, up the left wing. Janmark through center, now in over the Sabre line to Nugent Hopkins. His shot, and that one goes over the net. Around the glass to the right point. Bouchard on the right wing to Nugent Hopkins. Devin Bouchard. Left side to Nurse, and he's in the left wing corner out to Nugent Hopkins. Scores! Ryan Nugent Hopkins gives the Oilers a 3-2 lead. His second second of the afternoon.
Well, Evan Bouchard made a tremendous play because the right point, he slides it to the far left side, across, quick decision, and then Nurse with a terrific read on the backside finds Nugent Hopkins. Darnell with an excellent primary assist, and RNH has got 2. He's got 15 on the season.
8:59, time of the goal. Oilers up 3-2. Their first lead of the afternoon.
Sometimes you got to win with your B and C game, especially when you don't have the world's best player in the lineup. This might be one of those nights or days.
Comes in on the right side. Quinn had a bouncing puck to deal with. Now with Ekholm on him, it goes to the line, and Power will walk in a bit. Now across, Samuelson is shot, and a stop made by Skinner. Puck goes behind the net. It's centered, but over to the right wing corner. And Bouchard will protect it. Give it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will flip the puck down the right wing to Hyman. He'll go towards the net. He'll put it in front of the goal, just off of Reimer before it could get to Perry. Puck cleared out. Nurse and Bouchard at the assists on the Nugent Hopkins goal. Puck shot into the Buffalo zone. We're coming up to the halfway mark of the third. Edmonton up 3-2. Dylan Cousins is center ice. Pass to Tuck into the Oiler end. Angle shot from the right, misses. Phil will bring it out for the Oilers into the Buffalo zone. Drops a puck to Arvidsson. Oh, he couldn't get the shot. Zucker had caught him from behind. And the puck goes to the right wing. I think Arvidsson's stick hit Zucker in the head.
Totally got away the high stick.
Tuck will get it out through the middle. Left wing to Cousins. Goes into the left wing corner. Now in behind the Oiler goal. Phil finds a loose puck for Podkolzin. Now to Arvidsson. Arvidsson on the right wing. Wedged to the boards by Bryson. Across to Yoki Haru. Up in the air and out. Nurse to Stetcher. Stetcher off the right wing glass and out. Bryson has it in his own zone. From the left to Dahlin. Up the right wing now into the Oilers zone off of Benson. We'll go to the right corner, take a hit from Nurse. Puck squeezes over to the left side. Stetcher couldn't get it out. Malenstein is shot, and that's off his stick, up into the air and out of play. And we get the whistle with 8:52 to go here in the third. 3-2, Oilers lead the Sabres. We'll be right back from Rogers Place. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Believing in yourself takes confidence. At Portage College, 93% of grads say their education gave them the skills and knowledge they needed for their careers. That's the kind of confidence that leads to great results. Learn more at portagecollege.ca.
For years now, we've been warning Edmontonians on the hazards of our stormwater facilities. While they may appear to look like still ponds, there is moving water beneath the surface, which makes the ice dangerously... The unpredictability of stormwater facilities makes them treacherously unsafe for all winter activities, even walking. So think twice. Don't go on the ice. A safety message from EPCOR.
Businesses deserve the best protection against cyber threats. Alltech offers state-of-the-art IT and cybersecurity solutions to safeguard digital assets. The team of experts at Alltech are dedicated to providing the highest level of security, ensuring that data remains safe and operations are seamless. With Alltech, businesses can focus on growth while the rest is handled. From advanced threat detection to comprehensive data security, Alltech has it covered. Choose Alltech for reliable and effective cybersecurity. Visit alt-tech.ca now to learn more.
Portage College graduates are incredibly employable. How does Portage know? 99% of employers surveyed said they would hire a Portage grad. Get career ready at Portage College. Learn more by visiting portagecollege.ca.
All games, all season.
You're listening to the Oilers Radio Network.
3-2 Oilers lead, 8:52 to go in the third at Rogers Place as they host the Buffalo Sabres. Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer. Face off in the Oilers zone to the right. Stuart Skinner, Ryan Nugent Hopkins, who's got a couple of goals here this afternoon, will take the draw. He'll be up against Yuri Kulik. Puck goes to Nurse. Rims on the left to Janmark. Byram had pinched down, who's able to keep it in. Now, Janmark, second chance. To Connor Brown at center ice. Softly dump it to the left wing corner. Byram in there with Janmark. Mark gets into their skates. Nugent Hopkins will get it loose. Give it to Brown to the left wing point. Nurse over to Stetcher. Stetcher to Nurse. The right wing boards goes in behind the goal. Nugent Hopkins lost his stick. He gets it back. Puck near the top of the circles. Goes to Nugent Hopkins' right corner. In behind the net was Byram. Shovels it around. Won't get out. Nurse with a shot. Just tipped wide. Getting his stick on that was Nugent Hopkins. It's kept in to Brown on the right wing. Centering pass hit Byram. Now goes to the side of the net, and it's covered by Reimer. With 8:01 to go in the third, the Oilers up by a 3-2 margin.
Dahlin and Janmark. A little bit, or that was Brown. Brown and Dahlin with a little bit of an exchange. After Dahlin turned the puck over, lost his stick, took a little bit of a love tap at Brown, and Brown gave him the stick back to protect himself a little bit. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
Gave him a stick and let him know that he was there.
You let him know you're there. That's the thing. You got to do that. Sometimes. Draisaitl, Hyman, and Perry on the ice. Bouchard and Ekholm. Puck goes to Corey Perry. Over to Draisaitl. To the left wing point. Ekholm shot. Save made by Reimer.
Reimer's played well.
McLeod goes in behind the net. Had to go off his stick. Hyman comes in and McLeod recovers it. Up the left wing, got it out. Gave it to Quinn. Comes into the Oilers zone. Quinn stops up in the left wing corner. Over to the right. Throwing power. He's got Perry right on him. And the puck does come loose to Bouchard. And he'll come out 3-on-2 for Edmonton. To Draisaitl. In over the line. Back to Bouchard. A little far for him. It goes to the right wing corner. It's Draisaitl out of the left corner. A backhand save made by Reimer. And he'll cover that.
Bouchard with a greasy little stick flip and knocked the stick out of the hands of the Buffalo defender. That created a little bit of time and space for the Oilers.
Face off in the Sabres zone to the right of James Reimer with 7:20 to go in the
Samuelson.
third. Aha. Supposed to hold on to that thing. Philp to take the draw for the Oilers up against Cousins. Puck goes to Jokiharju. Across to Bryson. The left side got it out. Off the stick of Zucker. Goes into the Oiler end. Skinner can set it. Emerson rimming. Puck on the right wing. It won't get out. Cousins was able to keep it in for Buffalo. Jam it back to the right wing point. Jokiharju over to Bryson. He'll take a wrist shot and a glove save made by Skinner. No rebound to be had.
I haven't seen a lot of Henrique here with Kapanen and Jeff Skinner.
No, been a lot of three-line rotation, hasn't it?
Yeah. Tomorrow is a CBA mandated off day, I believe, for the Edmonton Oilers. At least that was the plan initially. I mean, we do have NFL to watch.
Well, there is that.
Edmonton Oil Kings in action tomorrow night at 6 against Lethbridge. They'll be playing 3-3.
That should be a good tilt. Nurse goes in behind the net. Nurse through the middle. Nobody there. And that's icing against Edmonton. Oilers at home on Monday. Seattle is here.
Seattle's up 4-1 third period at home against Sidney Crosby in Pittsburgh. I wonder if Pittsburgh's a team that you need to watch maybe for a move or two coming up.
Puck to the right point. Byram pulls it off the right side, shoots it off the end glass. It goes to the left wing corner. Brown in behind the net. Stops for Edmonton, but his pass gets knocked down. Sent back to the line. Thompson got it to Dahlin. Now was blocked by Janmark on Dahlin's shot. And Janmark now with control of the puck for Edmonton. Skates through the middle. Comes in over the Sabre blue line. On the right wing for Connor Brown. Brown with a shot. Just tipped wide by Janmark. May have gone off the glove of Reimer.
Excellent work by Janmark, though. Eats a puck block and Gets the puck up the ice.
Here's Byram up the left wing for Buffalo. Back to McLeod. McLeod up the center ice, then lost it to Henrique. Adam Henrique to center. He'll shoot it in, cross corner. Samuelson up the left wing boards to the top of the circle to Ryan McLeod. Feed that across to Power. Power will come up to the Edmonton blue line. And it in on the right wing. And the shot from the right side, his stick snapping in half, was Quinn. And it'll come to the blue line where Power's able to keep it in for Buffalo. And down the left wing, it'll go in behind the Edmonton net. Kapanen back there. Kapanen taken to the corner by Krebs. Puck comes free, top of the circle. Goes to Power on the left side, back to the middle. Winding it up to the side of the net and directed wide by Krebs as Samuelson had given it to him. The puck goes in behind the Oiler goal. Kulak trying to get away from Krebs. As he comes up the left wing, gets to the blue line. There's nowhere to go with it. And now to center ice is Jeff Skinner. Skinner into the Buffalo zone. Pushed it to the corner. Bryson goes in behind his goal. Up through the middle to Cousins. Cousins into the Oiler end on the right wing. Rims on the left. Under 5 to go in the third. 3-2 Oilers lead. Bryson on the left wing point. Down low to Zucker. His centering pass. A backhand. Great save made by Skinner as Cousins had put it on goal. Zucker in behind the net. Pinned back there. Loose puck goes to Ekholm.
Good takeout by Bouchard, and he needed that.
Able to clear it. Tucked back into his end. Now turns up through the middle.
Buffalo's been vastly the better team here in the third period.
Tucked down the right wing. Goes to the right corner. Off the boards on the left to Bryson. He's in from the point. Around to Tuck on the right. He'll float it through the slot. Goes over everybody's stick to the left wing. Bryson along the boards with Hyman on him. Goes into the corner, though. He'll get it out. A shot by Kulik. And that's off the outside of the net. Puck near the top of the circle. Jokiharju will keep it in for Buffalo. Bouchard to Matthias Ekholm. Through the middle, down the ice. Oilers going to take an icing. 3:54 to go in the third. 3-2 Oilers lead, but the Sabres are coming on and they're pushing here in the later stages of this period.
They got 15 shots on goal, Cam.
Yeah, they put a lot to the net.
The Oilers have 5.
Stuart Skinner has been incredibly good this period, this game. James Reimer's been good too.
Yeah.
Face off to the right of Skinner. Draisaitl against Kulik. They drop it. Puck goes to the line. Byram to Dahlin. And Dahlin will come across the blue line to the right point. All the way over to Thompson. One-time shot. Saved by Skinner. Loose puck. Scores.
They're going to check to see if this was kicked in. I think it's a good goal.
As Kulik was in front of the net. I think it went off his skate. But it looks like this game's tied at 3.
Some might say, if you're a Buffalo fan, this is poetic justice.
Showed the replay on the video scoreboard, and Kulik, I don't know. That's his first kick was stopped by Skinner, and his second one went in the net. That might be one worth looking at.
Well, we're going to
The previous play is under review to determine if the puck was kicked in prior to the goal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this one, I think this comes back.
Might be a little bit of Rick bootin' on this one, Cam. One of you underrated punters of all time in NFL history.
Yeah, he booted that thing twice. So this being reviewed, I think it was tied at 3, but it might not be. We got 3:43 to go here in the third period.
Here's the call.
Yeah, didn't take long.
After review, it was determined that Buffalo number 20 kicks the puck into the net, therefore we have no goal.
That is not surprising.
Not initially.
No.
It was good.
Oh, it looked like but yeah, you look at it and you see it. That was a kick.
And the Oilers dodge one.
Yeah. They've been hanging on here.
Yeah. I think they've been surprised at the juice the Sabres have had.
Last game of their road trip, they've played hard.
Yeah, Lindy's got a lot out of us. This team they got a lot of talent. Again, the record's deceptive. 0-10-3 in a 13-game losing streak. They didn't have Dahlin for 8 of those 13 games. It's their best player.
3-2 Oilers lead as Nurse with it at the Edmonton blue line. Off the right wing boards, banks it into the zone, and on the right wing, Henrique will get it low. Back to the right point, Brett Kulak walks it across, takes a wrist shot, and the glove save made by Reimer as Podkolzin was looking for a loose puck. There was none to be had. We're going to take a break. We got 3:19 to go in the third period. 3-2. Oilers lead the Sabres from Rogers Place in downtown Edmonton. It's Ford Dealers NHL Hockey on the Oilers Radio Network.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
It's game on at City Ford.
With an all-star lineup of 2024 Ford favorites, save up to $5,000 on Escapes,
Up to $9,000 on Bronco Sports.
and up to $19,000 on F-150s.
Plus, take advantage of 0% financing options available on select models.
Spin the wheel and win an iPad, Oilers merch, Costco card, even a trip to Vegas.
Visit City Ford on the St. Albert Trail.
Hockey season is back. And so are the deals at Boston Pizza. Cheer on your team while ordering off their game day menu, or come in and see what great promotions they have going on. At Boston Pizza, they always have something craveable for you to enjoy. Boston Pizza, proud partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheers to a great hockey season.
Be a savvy Edmonton hotel shopper. Book through Edmonton'sBestHotels.com and receive up to $225 in cash rewards. There are over 55 member hotels to choose from, offering their best value rates. Edmonton'sBestHotels.com. Rewards with every booking.
Listen on air, online, and on the Radio Player Canada app.
This is the Oilers Radio Network.
Here at Rogers Place, Cam Moon along with Bob Stauffer, 3-2. Oilers lead the Buffalo Sabres. 3:19 to go here in the third period. Faceoff will be to the left of James Reimer. Shots this period 17-6 for Buffalo. Puck goes to Power, his pass, and that is off of a stick and out of play as Hyman got his stick in there. We're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling, home and no payments, no interest for 1 year. So we'll do this again inside the Sabre zone. Draisaitl taking the draw against McLeod. Draisaitl wins it. Arvidsson to the right corner. Behind the net to Hyman. Towards the net, saved by Reimer on a wraparound attempt. And it comes up the right wing. And on the right wing boards, Quinn will dump it in. Ekholm out with it. Samuelson has to go back for it. Across to Power on the right, but Draisaitl's in front of him. It'll go to Hyman on the end boards. Into the corner. Samuelson will get it out. Draisaitl to the right point. Bouchard, his shot. That misses. Goes off the end boards to the left wing. Draisaitl to the right wing point to Bouchard. Keeping it in the Buffalo zone behind the net to Leon Draisaitl. Trying to hold off Power. Left wing to Brown. To the blue line for Ekholm. Round on the right, just past the stick of Arvidsson. It's kept in by Brown to Arvidsson. On the right wing is shot way wide of the net. And it hit just a bit outside. And it goes off the glass and out of play.
He's a right shot. It's from the far right shot. He's at the end of his shift. Sometimes that happens where you...
And it looked like it went on end, too.
Yeah.
2:18 to go here in the second period. 3-2 Oilers lead.
But a real good shift to swing a little bit of momentum here. By the way, Nugent Hopkins has got 2 goals. There's 2:18 left in this game. Ozone draw. He's got 3 career hat tricks, just if you're scoring at home.
All right. Puck along the left wing boards. It's in the skates of Jan Mark. They're trying to jam it loose. Byram in there. It'll go to Dahlin. He's in behind the Buffalo net. As we're coming up to 2 minutes left, Reimer's about to go to the bench. Well, he's looking to the bench. Long pass up the left to Byram. Off his stick. There goes Reimer to the bench for the extra attacker. Now 6-on-5. And the puck inside the Edmonton zone. Byram to the left corner. It's broken up by Nugent Hopkins. Now Tuck gets it to the line. To Byram. On the right to Dahlin. To Byram. To the left wing corner to Tuck. To Byram. And it skips over his stick. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Oilers can make a change. Minute 35 to go here in the third period. 3-2. Oilers lead the Sabres. Dahlin up the left wing. Directed in by Benson. Skinner got it to the corner. But Kulik has it now for Buffalo. Kulik in the right wing. Behind the net. To the left wing to Cousins. Cousins to Benson, and that goes free. Draisaitl's trying to clear it. He can't. Henrique will, and gets it out.
There's that experience, didn't panic. He was on his backhand. He didn't have any place to put the puck. He just got it just outside the zone, and they have to do a reload.
Last minute here in the third. Oilers up by 1. To center ice, puck dumped in. Ekholm turns on it for the Edmonton. Up the left wing, he'll get it out to Draisaitl. He's got Hyman with him. The empty net, Draisaitl off the outside of the post.
That's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
Here comes Thompson into the Oiler end. Buffalo still alive, drops it. The shot, save made by Skinner. Chance there for Peterka. And the puck in the left wing corner. 30 seconds left. Oilers up by 1. Power in the right wing corner. Power back to the blue line. Power to Kulik to the left side. The one-timer fanning on it was Thompson. It's in behind the Edmonton net. 14 seconds left. Puck comes loose on the right wing to the line. Doesn't get out. Over to the right wing. Drilled wide. And it'll go out and down the ice. And the Oilers will survive this one. 3-2 the final. They defeat the Sabres. And Stuart Skinner stands tall in that Oiler net this afternoon.
Well, Buffalo with a tremendous push, and Leon Draisaitl an empty net for it's 36 for an insurance marker. And he could have passed, but he made the right decision to shoot the puck, and he banked it off the post. Gave Buffalo another opportunity. They can laugh about it now that they got the win. Wow, that is a crazy sequence.
What a finish. And Buffalo had opportunity after that. And the Oilers sneak out of this one with a 3-2 win. Buffalo, as it sits right now, 41 shots on goal.
It's a pretty good start from Stuart Skinner tonight.
Oh, I'll say.
Nugent Hopkins, I mean, you need different guys to step up, and Leon stepped up, and Zach Hyman stepped up last game, and tonight it's Nugent Hopkins. I mean, that's what you need. You need different guys to come through when you don't have the world's best player. And I'm still sort of in shock that Leon didn't put the puck in the empty net, but you got the win. That's what matters.
We'll head downstairs. Brendan Escott standing by with Darnell Nurse.
And you don't critique a win, right, guys? So I'm curious, Darnell, just overall what you thought of the way that game went and then turned out.
Yeah, we probably could have had probably a bit better effort there in the first 40, but I would say, we found a way to get in that third period, take control, and create a lot of offense. So Stu's still in his head for us, and we need him there.
That's where I wanted to go next. Just a thought on your goaltender in this game and how much different the game could have been if he hadn't played like that.
Yeah, he was outstanding. I think, there were so many different moments in that game where he makes a big save and continues to keep the momentum in our way or create momentum for us. So he was huge for us, and grateful for that today.
Homestand continues. What do you prioritize to turn 2 wins into 3 here coming up?
It's going to be defending and building our offense up. That I think, the nights that we come out and we defend as a 5-6 man unit on the ice there throughout the night. That's when we have the most success, and the offense will come after that. So we have to have that mindset going into the next game.
Thanks, Darnell.
Thank you,
guys.
All right, thanks, Brendan Escott downstairs with Darnell Nurse. Yeah, that was some finish. Oilers win it 3-2 over the Sabres. Stuart Skinner on the ice right now, talking with Paige Martin. as Stuart Skinner was incredible in this game. Had 41 shots to deal with, stopped 39 of them. Oilers find a way to get it done, hang on, had an opportunity for the empty netter, and Draisaitl puts it off the outside of the post. Yeah, it was unbelievable. And it starts a rush out the other way, and I'm sure the hearts of all Oiler fans in Rogers Place and beyond were like, uh-oh. You know how this usually goes. The team that survives that usually ties it up, but they didn't.
Yeah.
And the Oilers find a way.
It was just a bizarre inning, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
And give Buffalo credit. They stayed with it all. And tonight was Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' night to make a couple plays to get the game tying and game-winning goals. And the Oilers weren't perfect. Good teams win with a B and C game. And that's what Edmonton did tonight.
So now they got to deal with the Seattle Kraken on Monday evening. Oilers have been in Seattle this year. That was picked up a 4-2 win that evening. What do you expect from the Kraken on Monday?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I mean, I kind of expected this from Buffalo. I thought that they would, they'd create some opportunities and some looks. I do know this. Edmonton's going to get Connor McDavid back. They're going to have a different looking team. But I don't actually, for whatever reason, this has been a good matchup for Edmonton against Seattle over the last couple of seasons. So away we go. I'll have to wait and see.
Away we go. 3-2 the final. The Oilers, they get the win here this afternoon. Goal scorers for Edmonton, Jeff Skinner and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a pair. Tuck and Kulik scoring for Buffalo. Both goaltenders very good in this game. Stuart Skinner for Edmonton, James Reimer for Buffalo. Oilers now 31-15-3. Sabres drop to 18-26-5. 3-2 the final. Oilers over the Sabres. A Rogers post-game show. It's coming up next.
Exclusive live interviews, expert analysis, and game highlights. This is the Rogers Post-Game Show. Once again, here's Bob Stauffer on the Oilers Radio Network.
Left side to Nurse, and he's in the left wing corner, out to Nugent-Hopkins. Scores! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gives the Oilers a 3-2 lead, his second of the afternoon.
And that turned out to be the eventual game winner, though we had a couple other moments where could have gone the other way. Called back goal on a kicking motion. It was distinct from Yuri Kulik. And then Leon Draisaitl misses a wide-open net for the empty netter. Whatever the case, the Oilers get the win. That's the Highlight Zone. Century Casinos, all in, all games, all season. Century Casinos. 3 great locations. Edmonton, St. Albert, next to the Edmonton International Airport and Century Mile. Welcome to the Winter Zone. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
To the fans who bleed orange and blue, never miss a game, and are always on the edge of their seat. Show your passion for the Oilers and cheer on the team at Molson Canadian Oilers Game Day Live. Attend throughout the season for your chance to win 2025-26 Edmonton Oilers season seats. Be there for the next Game Day Live event on January 27th at Caffrey's in the Park. For the full event schedule and to RSVP, go to OilersGameDayLive.com.
Rogers is Canada's largest and most reliable 5G network. We're made for Oilers fans. You can stream Leon scoring in Leduc. Watch Tide tie things up in Tofield. Or check out Connor doing Connor things in Kalmar. And even watch Stuart steal the show while you're in Sedalia. Try saying that 3 times fast. Rogers, proud partner and fan of your Edmonton Oilers.
You're tuned in to the Rogers Postgame Show on the official voice of the Edmonton Oilers, 880 Chad, and on the Oilers Radio Network.
And welcome back, everybody. Bob Stauffer with you, along with Cam Moon, Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brendan Griffiths, Brendan Escott. We are the Oilers Radio Network, and we're in the Legacy Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Legacy Heating and Cooling. Home and no payments and no interest for a year. We're in the Rogers postgame show. Rogers, proud partner and fan of the Edmonton Oilers. No Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance. Goal of the game. Health, dental, travel. We got the coverage you need. Visit ab.bluecross.ca. There probably should have been one. Leon Draisaitl, an empty netter. This is the leading goal scorer in the league, Rob Brown. around. The boys will be laughing about that after, but
I'm not sure they're going to be laughing because I don't think Leon's going to be happy about it. I don't think you want to piss him off.
Yeah.
Shocking. You give him 99 more and he hits all 99 in a row. So it was a good ending to a game that I don't think this was I don't know if this was an A or a B effort defensively for the Oilers. They gave up, 37 shots over the final 40 minutes. They gave up 20 shots in the third. There was 3 breakaways that the Buffalo Sabres didn't score on. There were 2-on-1s. There were odd man breaks. Stuart Skinner stole them points in this hockey game. And Ryan Nugent-Hopkins came through in a couple big moments. The Buffalo Sabres have got some good offensive players. They are derelict of duty defensively. They turn the puck over more than any team I've seen defensively. Very careless in their own zone. That Owen Power, I don't know if he's just having an off night or if this is what we've seen from him this year, but mistake after mistake. But the Oilers, they won a game on the back of fantastic goaltending and some nice individual play from a couple players, namely Ryan Nugent-Hopkins.
Yeah.
One question I got for you, one thing I didn't understand is why the Buffalo Sabres didn't challenge RNH's first goal.
I'm with you.
Corey Perry, the Buffalo goaltender's arm and stick were pinned against the post. He couldn't move. Now, they could argue that Corey Perry couldn't get out, but Corey Perry skated into there.
Yes.
To me, I mean, we've seen things, goals called off for way less than that. I was absolutely stunned that they didn't try and challenge that on a team that even if you lose it, you got a Connor McDavid-less power play. I think that was a mistake by Lindy Ruff.
Yeah, well, the bottom line is the Oilers found a way to get the win. 2-1 in this most recent Connor McDavid absence to the lineup, this time due to a suspension. They went 2-1 last time. They're 4-2, Rob, without the world's best player, though this season Leon Draisaitl's been the best player in the league. 4-2, and their only 2 losses were games in which they dramatically outshot good teams from the East, New Jersey and Washington. In the New Jersey game, of course, that was in the second of a back-to-back. So I think you take that. I think you would say it's a sign that the Oilers have got a better team than maybe they've had in the past, better capable of dealing without Connor McDavid being in the lineup.
Well, you're not a Stanley Cup contending team if you lose a player and you can't win. Connor McDavid over the course of a playoff run is going to have nights where he's off, and other players are going to have to step up and win hockey games for him. So this is the Oilers are good. We've talked about this. I think the Oilers, to me, are as good as any team in the National Hockey League, if not better. They would be one of, if not the favorite, to win the Stanley Cup. They have got depth at all their positions. They're strong through the middle. They got good defense. Their goaltending's been outstanding. Their special teams have just continued to get better each and every game. It's a well-coached team. So, yeah, I'm not surprised or shocked at all about the record without Connor McDavid.
And tonight they won with a C game.
Yeah, they won 100%. This was as poor a defensive effort that we've seen from the Oilers in a long time. I mean, we can go weeks without seeing the Oilers give up a breakaway. They give up 3, and Buffalo didn't score on any of them. So some nights, rarely, for the Oilers, do you need a goalie to win you a hockey game? But Stuart Skinner was outstanding in this game. There was 20 shots put on net in the third period by the Buffalo Sabres, and I garner 10 to 11 of them were of the grade A looks. They were getting one-timers, backdoor passes, shots from the slot, and at not one point did he look stressed. He played big. He read the plays. There's a couple of backdoor plays where he actually was there before the puck got there because he read the play. So, not every game is going to have your A game, and great teams, and that's what the Oilers want to be, a great team. They learn to win and find ways to win. And tonight, on a wonderful play, we can't say enough about the play Darnell Nurse made. Yeah. Backdoor to RNH. That was a fantastic play, and RNH made no mistake.
Rob, great stuff.
Sounds good, Bob.
This is the Rogers postgame show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com. Chemco is more than just a trusted local name. Chemco has been building industry across Canada for more than 60 years. From engineering through to commissioning, construction, maintenance, and beyond, Chemco's multidiscipline approach stands firmly on the belief that Chemco cares. It's not just what they do, it's how they do it. Visit Chemco.com and discover how they can support your project today. Chemco, proud fans of the Edmonton Oilers, serving and supporting communities across Canada for over 60 years.
Over the last decade, the world of work has changed dramatically. It's a change that can cause a disconnect between a company and its employees. But a partnership with Aon can help by making decisions that create a more flexible, engaged, and resilient workforce. Aon's experience and expertise, global understanding, and advanced analytics ensure that every client is better informed and better advised so that they can make better decisions. Whatever the next decade brings, Aon is in the business of better decisions.
Looking for custom flags, banners, or canopy tents? Aurora Flags and Banners has a dedicated team to provide you with custom solutions and quality products. Aurora Flags has proudly serviced Canadian businesses and organizations for more than 30 years. Get a quote today at auroraflags.com.
This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's go to Pizza 73 out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza 73, the official pizza of the Edmonton Oilers. The Bakersfield Condors lost 3-2 in a shootout last night. Edmonton's AHL affiliates in Coachella Valley to play Seattle's farm team on Sunday night. The Edmonton Oil Kings won 5-1 at home last night against Moose Jaw, who've dropped 10 in a row. The Oil Kings host Lethbridge tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Earlier today in the National Hockey League, here we go. We will tell you that the Boston Bruins beat Nathan McKinnon and the Colorado Avalanche by a score of 3-1. Seattle 4-1 over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Of course, the Oilers and Kraken up on Monday. Devils and the Montreal Canadiens. Montreal visits Ottawa. Tampa Bay Lightning are in Detroit. It is the LA Kings at the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dallas Stars visit St. Louis. The Flames are in St. Paul to take on the Wild. Hurricanes and the Islanders as Mikko Rantanen and Taylor Hall make their debut tonight for the Hurricanes, the Capitals, and the Vancouver Canucks. Still no JT Miller trade. Nashville Predators at Anaheim, and Florida is in San Jose. Here at Rogers Place, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a pair of goals, 40 saves from the Oilers netminder Stuart Skinner, and Edmonton hangs on for a 3-2 victory over Buffalo. This is the Rogers Postgame Show on the Oilers Radio Network.
RS Breakers and Controls, Canada's leader in new, used, tested, and obsolete circuit breakers, MCC buckets, bus plugs, and switches. They have everything you need to maintain your aging electrical infrastructure, ensuring it operates as good as new. Their 24/7 emergency response gets you back up and running quickly, saving valuable time and money. Minimal generators or modifications needed, and like-for-like replacements mean no special inspections. Don't replace, repair your legacy equipment with RS. Visit rsbreakers.com.
Hockey is back, and so is Play Alberta, Alberta's #1 sports book and the official partner of the Edmonton Oilers. Cheer for the Oilers while scoring bigger offers, boosted odds, live betting, player props, and more. New to Alberta? New players now receive $200 in free bets just for signing up. Already a player? Get a $10 free bet for every $100 you bet. Download the new Sportsbook app and make your picks today. Bonus terms and conditions apply.
Let's go to the tonight's 3 stars, brought to you by Molson, the official beer of the Edmonton Oilers. Whether it's Canadian Ultra, Export, or Excel, there's a Molson with your name on it. You must be of legal drinking age. Yuri Kulik scored. He got both goals. No, he got one of the goals for the Buffalo Sabres. He's tonight's 3rd star. 2nd star with the pair, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Stuart Skinner, 40 saves. He's tonight's star. The Edmonton Oilers improved to 25-8-2 since November the 9th. For my play-by-play partners, Cam Moon, along with Jack Michaels, Rob Brown, Brent Griffiths, Brendan Escott, studio producers, Eamon Hashem at the helm tonight, Kellen Kennedy and Angie Quinnell, longtime engineer Troy Buller, Bob Stauffer signing off. From Rogers Place, the Oilers go 2-1.